Nice.
Hey everyone, Luciano. I got popcorn on my chin. That's better, right? A little bit. That's all I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Devon,
Hmm.
you got a light I can use? Cause
Uh,
it's just dark in here. Let me hold on for a minute. Let me see.
think everything's up.
Maybe this will help. That's
Oh yeah,
better.
that's better.
I had to turn on the other light, the living room light. It's
Mm-hmm.
still a little dark, but
That's better than it was.
mm-hmm.
My my dude sitting there acting up. Okay, let me get my phone.
So Coleman, Sunday
Tell
is
him
Mother's
to
Day.
get up here.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was so soon, actually. Thought we had like a couple of weeks left on that.
That cheese good, man. There's some more of that cheese. That girl.
Coleman, you all set today? Huh? You all? You got to go today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean, you off next week then? Don't be saying it like that.
I guess we're probably gonna stream.
Dad, stop playing to get in here. Get in here.
They just listen to our conversation because I can talk all day. No matter to me.
No, you made a cameo in the sister stream. You might as well get in here now. No, no, Dad. No, Dad. Get in here. Stop playing, man. Go on ahead. Oh, no. I mean, oh, no.
He's not behind me,
Dad, come on ahead. Let them get a good look at your face again, Dad. Stop playing. Go on ahead. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
So he just can grab his knee taking it out.
All right. All right. We got one. I don't know where Kiara's at. She might as well just get into her room and chill out.
He's not
Yeah.
behind me
Go
now.
into your room. Get on Discord so they can see your face too. Might as well.
Might as well. I think everybody needs one of these jugs in the family.
Oh, what he get?
Everybody. Amazon.
I would love it
I be
if
looking at, but I
you
be
guys
looking
would
at him
get one
all
for
like,
me.
man,
Everybody need one. Everybody need one.
some drugs and put water in.
Mm-hmm.
So not to bring this up, right? But
Here,
every last one
right
of you
there,
should be in the stream
right
chat
there,
so y'all know what's going on in there.
right there. You see it, Kiara? Oh, yeah, what happened?
You just eating
Oh,
on
yeah.
camera.
Yeah, I got one of my Amazon best thing. I just didn't pull the trigger yet.
Mm-hmm. They have the gallon and the half a gallon. I got the half a gallon. My body just can't hold that gallon like that. It probably can
Right.
because I know I drink at least a gallon of fluid a day, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I like the colors more than anything else. But I drink a lot, so I know I can get mine down probably before the time. So they give you 12 hours to get that half a gallon in. So I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that. But you know what comes with that water drinking? You have to go bathroom all the time. Mm-hmm. That comes some wisdom. I like that name, wisdom.
But that
Right.
what that, that what I am.
That Kiara. No, she's
Oh.
listed. That is a cool name.
Behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, you cannot. Daddy.
I don't know why his
No,
camera ain't
okay, I'm
on.
leaving.
Dad, turn off the camera.
I turn,
He
Dad,
got going up
bro.
because he gonna echo. Mommy talk.
Devon said you can't
He's in
come.
the echo because y'all in the same. They're in the same
I
room.
mean, the
Right.
house is big enough.
Say it again. I'm not
Okay.
echoing.
So y'all all gonna be eating something.
Well, we gotta wait for your people to come. They're not coming.
What? You guys are the people. No one else is coming in here. I mean, except
Oh,
for those that are watching. But
yeah. Oh, I thought we were
You
gonna.
can't
Oh,
say that.
Oh, so what was
now,
yours?
yeah. It's a question and answer session, so ain't nobody shot no questions out yet.
I mean, it's mainly me. Also, if you
Oh,
guys,
okay.
I know every last one of y'all can be on Twitch right now. So, all of
What?
y'all need to skip
What's the
on
minute?
right in there so my average don't go down, okay?
So we have to do Twitch too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of work.
Hmm?
It's part of the job.
What happened?
What is this for now?
What do you mean?
You got to switch too.
To the, yeah.
This is the Discord, Mom.
Is
We
it
don't
this?
understand that stuff.
Is it different? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what my Twitch name is. Jesus have mercy on me.
Okay, Mama.
There's a
The
link in
Discord.
my channel too, so
Which
y'all
one?
can go straight there.
It shows up
The
on Twitch. I'm
Discord
on this, and it
is
shows up on Twitch.
what connects you to
Let me
Twitch.
go get my head. Let me go get it.
Lord.
Take your phone with you because you.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord.
Okay. I normally get a connect thing that tells me that you're on.
Mama, I can only see half your face.
I can see the entire thing.
I
Well,
can go ahead.
Now
huh?
that okay, wait, he has to give himself position, right?
Mom, move your head. Move
Yeah.
I went to the grave site yesterday, y'all. Me and Glory, day for yesterday, right? Put some fresh flowers on your granddaddy.
That's
Wait, you talking
nice.
about grandpa or
yeah.
Yeah.
why didn't you take me with you?
We just was out that way, so I just went by and then one thing led to another. We went and got some fresh flowers to put on them.
I would have
Keep
loved
them
to gone
straight, you
back
know what
up
I mean?
there. Okay, so the purpose of this stream is just okay, my bad. So the purpose of the stream is to get a woman's perspective. And by a woman's perspective, I mean grown women perspective. Because if you haven't
Okay.
noticed, this generation, both the men and the women are going down to hell.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Ew.
Kind of deep.
Now, in my opinion, the last time it was decent was y'all, and then it went downhill from that point forward. So
Oh my God, what's going on?
y'all opinions on that.
Are you talking about like The younger generation women in general?
Yes. Yes.
Mom, why you lagging?
Yes. I mean, and not just them. The men too. Like downward spiral.
Yeah, the men are trash.
I mean, don't say that.
But
No.
they're only trash because the women allow them to be trash.
And it goes
There you
both
go.
ways.
They don't expect
There you go.
anything from them. They don't expect anything. They don't expect them to work, to help out, to have their own car, to have their own jobs. So we're the reason why the men are like they are, because if we would not allow that, it could not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. It's
And it's
our
like,
fault. It's our fault. It's the mother's fault who have sons because we baby our sons. We can't help it. It's just one of those things we just can't help. We try to do better, but it just doesn't work. But
Well, I don't want to put that all on y'all, because when
it
there's
begins there.
mothers, there's fathers too. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, but
totally agree.
then there's also that side of things to where ah that's awful. Well, there's also that side of things to where there is responsibility in choosing the men you have children with, but there's also the man's responsibility to, I don't know, be a father at the same time.
Well, that's true.
I mean, then again, I can't speak for them because I never had that problem.
Right.
Right.
Right. Look
And
at
all the
you.
time.
I mean,
So I'm like,
I be
no,
like, I
but he
don't
used
know.
to grow up without a father. I did not have, I mean, he was around when I was younger, but when him and my mama, split up, I didn't really see him like that. I mean, my mama was it for me.
right,
I mean, it was us, it was me and my us three against us four against the world. So it was like my mama had to do it all. I heard about him being where he was at.
right,
I heard about the things he was going on with him, but I didn't really hear from him until later when I was about, I think, 18 or so. And then I think he had got in trouble, and then I heard from him. But as a grown up kind of thing, no, just my mom. That was it. So.
Same here. Same here.
my
Same. Pretty much the same here. I mean, I always knew about my daddy or whatever, but we was in two separate states. But we didn't really have contact until I was like real contact until I was a senior in high school. Well, before then, I think I was like 11 when I went to Connecticut for the summer to stay with my aunt. And, I would stay with him maybe like a couple of days out of that time, that summertime period.
mhm,
And then after the age of 11, I didn't hear nothing else from him until I was like 16. When he just happened to pop up and call one day. And then we started establishing a relationship at that time. But I didn't miss him because I mean, I only know what I know. And that was my mom and my mama's family, her brothers and sisters. So they helped take care of me and my brother, so I didn't miss him. So I don't feel like I missed anything,
right.
honestly, because that's what I know. And I don't feel like I went lacking for anything. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much how it wrote with me. So hey, it was what it was at the end of the day. I didn't hold it against him. He talked to me
Right.
when I got older, of course, And men just don't mature quick, really. And he had already had about 4 or 5 children. I was the baby until I was 16. Then he had another child. So I was the baby up until that point. So
Oh, you were the baby in his
I was his baby until I turned 16. And then he had my sister. And then that's it. So but I always knew I had brothers and sisters, but that's it. And I'm not close to them now. I mean, I'm just not.
I was going to ask like
Where they at?
about I was
In
just like,
Connecticut. They're in Connecticut. One is in prison for life, so I vote for him.
oh,
Yeah, one of my brothers, he's in prison, I think, for drugs. But I think he's in there for
sheesh.
life. And then
Oh.
my other brother, I don't know what he's doing. My sisters don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
Hmm.
I just don't know.
Hmm.
Now
Yeah.
I got a take. I want y'all's opinion on, right? Now,
Mhm.
Mom brought up a good point. Now, because I'll say this again, and I want anybody who goes back to this video because they're gonna hear me talk and they're gonna think I hate women. Let's just gonna cut to the chase. I'm not bred to be that type of dude that would bash on women at all. I think that's next near to impossible because I only had one dad and was surrounded by four.
Right.
Not including the grandmas either.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that, that's six of them. There is no way it can happen at all. Now, what I'm going to say is this: each gender plays a part in its own self-destruction. I'm going to just let that be known now. Whereas I feel like that was the case in y'all's ballpark, but nowadays, one of the problems that both sides of the pool have is that everyone is hard on each other as a whole. For example, all right, now I need to ask y'all's opinion about this first. If Dad were to have same character, same man, same everything, but would have been with him if y'all made more money than him?
Ooh,
Nothing else changed but that.
yeah.
This
If
isn't
we
a
made more money
strike.
than him, would we have been with him?
Yeah, like this ain't a strike. This is a psychological question I'm asking here. Like, I want to make sure is this something that is spread everywhere, or is it just from person to person? And if you guys can go in depth with this answer, then tell me more, as much as you can.
We'll let the
Chloe,
No,
wife. We'll let the wife answer that question.
yeah, Chloe had to
Me
think that
totally
through.
You're like, well.
Dad's flexing, yeah.
me has nothing to do with trying to motivate. And if I made more money than he did, I think he'd be fine with it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I know he would be, but would you still see
Yeah,
him as a?
yeah. I mean, what does that matter?
I
I
mean,
mean, you
no,
ain't
like,
in.
okay, good. Now here's the problem. Here's a problem where a lot of women in my camp, not y'all's, and me and Kiara's camp have. If
ooh,
let's say I'm with a woman nowadays and she makes more money than me, that may be fine for a little while.
she gonna start throwing that shit in your face.
Kiara,
I'm
watch
sorry.
your mouth.
Oh no
Not
no no
necessarily,
no
But
though,
yeah,
no no no
because
no!
it
You
depends
see,
on
no
the age.
Gloria, she can talk like that on
seriously.
my stream. It's 18 plus. That's 100% okay.
But
That is
no, they up
100%
here. They
okay.
up here. So no, she right. They up here. But
Yeah.
usually
Uh huh. Let her know, Kiara. Go ahead.
girls of my age group
Go
or
ahead. Tell them.
older
Tell
and
them.
meet a dude that's not that makes less money than them, they usually throw it in their face.
Mm-hmm.
Make them feel less than a man
It,
because they make
yeah.
less money than you.
And
They'll learn. They'll learn when they get older that the money ain't gonna
Cause
matter.
yeah,
no.
yeah,
They
daddy,
got to
but you
get there.
know,
But
people
here's
gotta
the
get there.
problem. They're not getting there though. Like for
Yeah, they'll
example,
get there.
it's like I'm sitting here
They'll get
like,
there.
okay, men have been like on that motion of they're not dating down when their women makes less money than them because that's just to be expected. But nowadays, it's a new age. Women have been scoring colleges higher, higher education, higher positions than ever before. The whole thing's changed now. But me and Kiara's generation ain't changing with that mindset. They're still stuck. So if let's say a woman makes 10 grand a month, then they would want a man that makes that much or more. So their pool of men gets smaller and smaller and smaller
Exactly.
and
Either
smaller.
you'll learn or you'll be single.
Right. And no, here's the problem. I think I got an easy answer for this, right? Women now the women in me and Kiara's camp, the young women, they hate the idea of settling. They see settling as as a stigmatic word in a sense of, let's say, if I were to find a woman that's 70% or 80% of what I think is the perfect woman, I would be with that woman. She doesn't have to be 90. She doesn't have to be 100 because no one's perfect. That's just how
Right.
it is.
Mhm.
Nowadays, the other gender flip it around. They want you to be the perfect dude, perfect job, perfect lifestyle. You have to have the same interests. You have to be everything. They you have to be their dream man, 100%. The problem
Because
with
they're
that,
not mature yet.
not at all. But
Mm-mm.
here's the problem.
They're not mature enough yet.
I'm
So that's
24.
that. Okay, but that's why they're thinking that way.
Right. And it's scaring me a bit. I'm like, yo, I'm 24. When are y'all gonna start? Like, I'm not like settling is such a bad term nowadays.
Well,
And
you
it's not
shouldn't settle,
I mean, settling
but
is like settle for 80% or 70%. I'm not asking you to settle for 50 or 60. Like 70 to 80, I think, all right, you're in a good camp. You're in a good spot. But if you're asking for 100% when you as a person change every day, you're not going to be interested in the same things you were interested in years ago.
mm-hmm.
But no one's
Devon,
picking up on. Uh
I
huh.
think you're kind of looking at it wrong.
You think
Let me
I
see, can
am?
I help a little bit?
All right.
Like
Okay.
when I was your age, or
Right.
say I was younger, you go through dating, and a lot of girls like if you didn't have a car. Say I had a bike,
Uh
and a
huh.
friend of mine had a car. Most likely, if everything is even, the girl's gonna go out with the guy with the car,
Uh huh.
not one with
Right.
a bicycle.
Uh huh.
But I mean, so it
Right.
ain't changed much. It ain't changed none. Like what you saying is like, oh God, it's just that your mother and Gloria is older, so you're gonna see something different in them than the girls your age. But when I was your age, Gloria and Donnie would have been like, okay, I'm gonna go with him. He got a bicycle, but the other person got a car. They probably would have went with the guy with the car too if he was decent.
Yeah.
If
No, but that's
everything's
the pro.
even, I'm
Yeah.
going with the car.
True
So
facts.
so right. So what I'm trying to tell you is that it ain't different. It's just that right. They done got
Right. I
older.
mean,
They
I'm
done
not
A
riding on
bike.
the back of the bicycle on the handlebars.
right.
Mm-mm.
Talk about
No,
in a
I ain't.
car.
Mm-mm.
See, so
Mm-mm.
what happened is now they have been through life, and so now they know. Oh, it don't matter about the bicycle or the car so much.
Right.
If the guy got all the other good qualities, maybe he had a bad night and came home from a bar and lost his driver's license,
Uh
but
huh.
he got a good job and all this other stuff is good with him, but it just he lost his car.
Right.
But see, that's the same thing. The girls just get older and then they'll learn. It ain't about
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
it ain't about the money amount. When they get older, they done been through all that. And you could tell them, and it's like, my grandma say, you're gonna learn. They
Mm-hmm.
can
Right.
try to tell you, say, listen to me, boy, I done been through it, but no, no, I got to see.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
they got to see. So
Well, I got something to
they
counteract that opinion, though.
go
These
ahead with it.
two earned a man that has a car. They're not
What do
trash.
you mean?
No,
Earn.
I
What
didn't.
is
I just had
earn mean?
access to
Earn
one.
means
I
you
had
guys
access
had
to it.
a high
I didn't have
enough
a
character to the like that a man that has a car will look at y'all and be attracted to y'all in a sense of you guys had the right. I feel at that time period, y'all maturity level was at least decent. Or maybe I'm thinking too highly of y'all way back in
No,
the
you're
future.
not. You hitting it. You hitting it.
Okay. Now if you are a trash woman, I would
car though.
hope.
She's not looking for the guy.
ex-
She just want she want the car, and the guy come with it. I mean,
there we
they
go.
weren't looking for the car because I
Yeah.
didn't have
Right.
a car, but I
Yeah, he didn't
had
have a personal
access
car,
to a
but he
car.
had access. Yeah.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah, he could
Yeah,
get one.
I know who to go ask for the keys from, so I can have a car. But
Right.
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 I didn't own a car. Um, whereas the kind of girls you talking about, they looking for their car,
Right.
and then the guy comes with it. I mean, oh
Right.
well, I could deal with him, but he got a nice car, girl, or
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
see that's different. Um, yeah, I mean, you got to have access to a car when you got 18, 19. I mean, hey, we can't go nowhere unless your daddy and mama drop us off and pick us up. That was not gonna work long.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Right. So I mean, maybe at first, oh, he all right, but like I'm gonna give you for an example right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no driver's license,
No
right?
driver's license.
No car
No car.
because you don't have driver's license. If
Right.
you had driver's license, you would have access to a number of cars,
Right.
right? So you know, kind of your dating prowess is like good the way it is.
Right.
Because if you were like trying to be around here, you have problems without having transportation. They're gonna start right there. Oh, he ain't got no car.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's nice, but we can't go nowhere. We can't do stuff.
Yeah.
And the
Oh
girls kind
wait.
of want to be with you,
Oh wait. I didn't mean to
not
cut
with
you
your
off.
parents.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but Ma told me I won't be able to make it on that appointment. I'll be gone.
Why?
I
No, you
won't
won't.
even be here.
He leaves the
Why?
end of the month. He leaves the end of the month.
The 29th.
The 29th
Wait.
on Saturday.
Oh, he leaving
When
the
did I wake?
29th.
Right. We
Okay.
make it
Oh,
a
okay.
point
Never mind.
to
Never
stay.
mind.
Okay.
Never mind then. Never
Okay.
mind. Okay. Okay.
The
Continue
appointment is
then.
the
Okay.
28th, the day
Yeah.
before. Then the next day we going down there with Shayla's at the next day.
Okay.
Okay.
Then. Okay. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, you
Dad.
still good. Yeah, you can
All
do
right,
that.
Dad.
Yeah,
You
we
go
done
on
figured that
ahead.
out.
You go on ahead and continue then. Didn't mean to cut you off. You go on ahead.
Yeah, that's the difference. I mean, but so you got to give them time. That's why when you're young, you don't supposed to be. This is one way your friends will write. You're trying to get too in depth too quick with every person you meet. You just gotta give people time to grow and learn and understand.
Right.
The girls you
Mm-hmm.
Well.
meeting when you 20, the girls you meet when you 20 ain't gonna have the thoughts you thinking, wow, this should already had that in their mind. They're not gonna have that yet.
Mm-mm.
That's
It ain't
also
gonna
Mm-mm.
one
take
of the
them a while
reasons
to.
why I'm not in a hurry to date
But you
again.
shouldn't be.
Like I'm at a point where I'm
Yeah, no,
like,
no, no. Wait a minute. Well, you wrong. Wait a minute.
oh, here
You
we
should
go.
be in a hurry to get in a relationship yet. It ain't
Yep.
no problem with the dating part.
Right.
The
If you
dating is
want to
not a
date,
problem.
you should be dating.
You can
You should
date,
be
but
dating.
trying to be like in a relationship. Hold up. I mean, yeah,
Well,
you don't need to be worried about that part yet.
now it's time to ask another question. What defines a relationship for y'all? Because understand a friendship, relationship with your parents, relationship with your siblings, cousins, that still
No,
counts.
we
So when you're
those
saying
are
like,
no, no.
Those don't
You know
yes,
what
it
I'm
count.
talking
does.
about. You
I
talking
know
about
what
Devon,
you're
people.
talking about, but
Yeah,
I
you.
feel, in my opinion, I need to have something with you before, and by something I mean something before I just go out and start dating somebody. Because in my eyes, that's time consuming.
oh my goodness, Devon. I
That's
mean,
just
you
that's
you
how it
have to,
is.
Devon. No, you have to like get out and date and meet people to know what you want when you found what you wanted, okay, all right, I like her. Then okay, we can be exclusive. We not dating nobody else. I ain't gonna date nobody else. You ain't gonna date nobody else. But if you go into it like, okay, we dating as soon as you meet somebody, I
Well,
mean, you
no,
know,
no, that's my whole thing is I don't want to do that. However,
okay,
okay, wait a minute, hold up. Now, what's y'all's definition of dating then? For real
Going out with
question.
whoever you want to. Whoever you going out with whoever you want
right,
to, not being tied down to nobody.
So
right,
that
So if they
you're
see
just
you in the
planning.
street with some, they see you in the street with Jill,
right,
it's cool, whatever, because we ain't
right,
together like that. We just
right.
go out when we go out. I go out with Sally when I want to go out with Sally. Mary when I want to go out with Mary. But if Mary and Sally see each other,
They ain't
hey, it's
tripping.
whatever. They ain't tripping because they already know the deal. That's why you got to be honest with what you say, what you tell people. That I ain't trying to have a relationship with you. I just want to go out. Or what you want to do. We can go
Also,
out, whatever. I can pay, you can pay, whatever, but we ain't tied down. So if you see me with Mary and Sally, you can't say nothing to me.
so it's literally just spending time with another person outside of a workplace and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
we, Kiara, no, hold on. I want to make sure. Am I the only one in this cycle?
I mean,
Kiara, how
that's
do you
what
feel about
dating is to
like,
me.
I
like?
do it. Oh, I
I
can't
mean,
tell
yeah, but I don't call that dating. I call
you
that
because
hanging out.
look,
That's what
But
I
then yeah,
call
that
it.
be
I
okay,
mean, you
yeah,
going
that,
out
That's
that
with,
what
I
I.
mean, y'all going out spending time, you spending money.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I think that's dating.
mean, okay. Now this is how I compare it. Now
Okay,
me
here we
going
go.
out with someone other another female is dating, but if I go somewhere with my friend Mel or anybody else, that's my friend. Like
Right,
that's not
Right,
dating.
that's your
That's my
friend.
friend. That's my
Right,
best.
that's not dating. That is
right.
But
not
if I
dating.
go with somebody else that's not her, then we're
Yeah,
probably
because you're
dating
showing
or getting
that
to know
type
each
of
other.
interest in them, but you're not necessarily tying yourself down to nobody.
So,
Who?
right.
Who? Not
okay, the
me.
difference between dating and hanging out is when you're hanging out with a person that you are sexually attracted to and you are romantically invested in is dating. Is that the difference?
That's more going that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going that
Ain't
way.
there
So,
It's
yet,
head.
but you
Yeah.
But if
getting
I
there.
all
ain't
right, all
attracted
right,
to you
Head.
okay,
sexually and all that kind of stuff, then we just hanging out. We
Right.
just chilling, we going out, we having fun like brothers and sisters. How about that? So we
yeah.
more like brothers
Mm-hmm,
and
It's
sisters.
platonic. It's platonic.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
But if
Okay,
we interested in
okay,
everything else besides, whatever, then that's gonna be going toward the dating. That's going
Right.
toward the dating thing.
right.
Exclusiveness and
Because
all
there's
that
a
stuff.
possibility there might be a relationship established between one of the three, as you keep going out. But don't tie yourself down to nobody right now. I mean, I'm
Mm.
just saying, don't tie yourself down if you ain't ready to be tied down. I put it that way.
Right.
And I
Right.
feel like nobody our age is ready to be tied down anyway.
Just
So
You need to be working on yourself.
This
You
right.
need to be
Yeah.
trying to figure out
Like
what to
he
do by
this is how
yourself.
24.
y'all should
Ain't
be dating and
nobody.
seeing what y'all want, what do you want out of the person.
Right.
right.
This is how y'all should be dating and going out and hanging out with having friends. I mean, once the pandemic over with, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the
Hanging out.
problem the problem with that is, and I mean this, and y'all can ask me how deep this goes, and I'm not making any jokes. I feel like I already have the answer to that. Believe it or
Okay.
not, I feel like I
Mm-mm.
already have. Now, Dad, now ask
Okay,
me what
what?
it is. No, Dad, wait, ask me what it is. Ask me
The
what
answer.
Yeah.
I'm looking for in a partner. Just ask. And
Go
tell me
You
if
ahead.
it
want
doesn't
the
make
dad?
sense.
I
I
mean,
mean, because he said,
so,
he's already shaking his head no. So I'm like, okay, ask me. And that hasn't changed in the last few years. Those
Okay.
things that
Okay.
I asked, that
But,
I want in a
but
partner, has been consistent for a long time now.
okay.
but
So
what
what
are
are
they?
you looking for?
Okay, all I'm asking for is a woman to listen to me when I'm talking to him. Like, we can disagree on things without it
True.
having to be a war, a
Right.
whole fight. Like, I'm not dating you because I want a clone or a servant.
I don't see
I'm
how
not.
people. Hold on.
There
I
we
don't
go.
see how people date themselves in
It
another
is.
person. That shit don't. Sorry, that
Yeah.
don't work.
Yeah. I mean, she
Okay,
right
this
though. It
doesn't
don't
work.
work.
like mommy.
What you
Okay, Devon. I'm gonna use mommy and daddy for an example. Mommy, okay, daddy is really patient and really
Right.
patient with other people
Right.
and their dysfunctionalness. You know what I'm saying? They're dysfunctional
should
and
have
all
made
that
up a
stuff, right?
word to
Wait,
dysfunctional.
wait, hold on. But mommy, oh no, she not with it. And it's like, okay, daddy can deal with that, and mommy can't. So it they different in their own way, but it
yeah.
works together.
Yeah.
I don't see how people be like, oh man, they just like me. I want to date them.
Yeah.
Who
It's the
do
most.
that?
Now I'm gonna.
Do not want to date myself. I be tired of
Now
me.
being raised by both of them, right? Dad
Yeah,
has a type. That's just
yeah,
it. So I'm like,
he
bet.
does.
Like, but in
What kind of type are we?
it's
Y'all
not even a
not
bad
bad.
thing. Like, no, but
Like,
there's a type that's been
What
consistent.
type is that?
hey, look. All
Want to
I'm gonna
go,
say is
Kiana? Like,
he got type, but
he does.
Looking cool,
nothing's
Joker.
wrong with y'all.
Hey,
Neither
yo,
one of y'all.
what's good?
Nothing.
What's good,
Completely
Alfie?
fine. But I don't see how people date the same. Like, how can you date yourself? Like, you can like
But
some
it's
shit,
just having similarities.
but not completely
There's
similar.
yeah, like there's
Well, nobody's
similarities from like
completely similar.
Like both of y'all can't be hotheads.
Right.
n-
That
Because
ain't gonna.
no,
that's
hold
not
up.
going to get anywhere.
Here's the deal.
Somebody
No,
gotta
wait.
be
No, hold
somebody gotta
up.
be mellow,
Here's
and
what you need
somebody
to
gotta be
understand.
ready.
They're both hotheads, but they can control their anger though. That's their thing. They both got a temper.
Well,
But I mean, they don't just they're not ignorant with their temper though. They're not gonna sit there and punch a woman in the throat because they insult their hairstyle or something.
yeah, like I
They're
said,
not
I'm not
wild.
saying like when I say they gotta be ready. When it comes
Okay.
to that point,
Right.
then you do what you gotta do. But other than that, no, they're not hotheads.
Right. I
But
mean,
two people, no, you can't. Both of y'all can't be hotheads. Both of
no.
y'all can't
Oh,
be
I'm a
mellow.
hothead.
Like I
Both
said,
of y'all can't be mellow.
Crazy thoughts. Crazy
it's like
thoughts.
here's the
Both of y'all
And,
can't
problem.
be mellow. Like how
but
that
you have
going?
to know whether you want to go to jail or not. That's the thing
There
that
it
stops me.
is. That's the
There
only
you
thing.
go.
I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to wear no uniform. Not that type of uniform.
And you see, and I got that from
Not
her.
that type.
I got that from her by in the bottom left.
Yeah.
100%.
I've been thinking
Now,
of crazy stuff now because the temper is kind of quick, but I have to
yeah.
think. I have to get myself together. I know I be having to get myself together. So it's I've just learned to get it together. I
Now,
just learned it. Just learned it. It comes with age.
now
Comes with age.
my type is similar to his in which love a woman with the temper on her,
Mm.
intelligent, for the love of God, book smart at the very least. You have
We
to if I'm making a mistake, you got to tell me. Cuz
True.
I'm not going to know unless you tell me. Now this is a problem that I have. People and it will not be learned. It is something that's going to just stay with me forever. This little game of I'm not gonna tell you what's wrong. You gotta find out on your own. That makes me
Yeah,
mad
that's
as a.
stupid.
That makes me mad a whole level. I'm
That's
like,
just stupid.
you are wasting both of our time here. Tell me
well,
what's
you might
wrong,
well get
and we're
used to
gonna
it.
find out. We're
Oh
gonna
well,
find out together. We're gonna get through this as a unit. I, I don't want to have to play mind games with you to show you that I care that I'm making you upset.
Right.
However, I want my partner to understand that I'm not gonna baby you if you make me upset. You're gonna learn, or if you haven't learned already, that you're gonna have to be responsible for how I feel, just like I'm responsible for how you feel sometimes. That's just how it goes. We're people. You can't expect it to have it one way and not have it the other way. Also, okay, you have to have a temper. You have to be reasonable. All right? I don't want you to sit there having a nightmare about me cheating on you and you're taking your anger out on me like I did it IRL in real
Mm-hmm.
life. Cuz that's going to make me mad too.
Mm-hmm.
Just look, we'll all have our bad days. But if you are emotionally intelligent enough to tell me when you're feeling down, whatever you need. And you may feel like I'm not listening to you enough times, but I promise you I am. I'm just silent because I'm trying to get the full scope of the picture here. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want misunderstandings to happen all the time, which was a problem in all of my relationships. Given their long distance, I still count them. Where they'll sit
Mm-hmm.
there and they'll be talking and be like, "Why aren't you responding? I'm just letting you speak."
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't need to talk. You know what? A whole nother thing, right? I want to be
Well,
able
you
to.
know what you need to do?
Hmm.
Stop. You know what you
Okay.
need to do?
All right.
Before they get started,
Right.
ask them, do they want you to make a comment or just to listen?
Right. But
And then
sometimes.
you'll know what you
Okay.
need to do from that point.
Yeah, but there's some times where I don't have a comment. I'm just sitting there like,
But I'm just saying, go ahead on and get that squared off. Get it squared away so you'll know what you need to do.
all right.
So they won't think, because if they say, I just need for you to listen, then they don't need
Easily.
to expect you to say anything
Right.
because they expect you to listen. So that's what you're going to do.
Hmm.
But if they say, like, how do you feel about it? Like if I call Coleman, because me and Coleman, we just talk about everything under God given sun, whatever.
Hmm.
I'll be like, okay, Coleman, what you think? Most of the time, he don't agree with what I got to say. Not most of the time. But, hey, it's okay because I trust him to tell me what it is. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And we've been knowing each other for 50 years. But it's like I can go to him and tell him a whole lot of craziness. I can go to him and tell him that. I'll be like, what you think about this? So I'll be like, let me tell you this. So what you feel about this right here?
Right.
Do you think I'm right? You know.
Right.
He might be like, well, girl, you know how to do. Well, now, you might have had to do it this way or something like that. You know. So sometimes you just need people to listen. And I had to learn that. Kobe had to kind of teach me that because I would tell him about like friends I have and stuff and I'm going to say about their relationships and all the stuff I be wanting to say and what I be telling them to say. He'd be like, well, why you worrying about them?
Yep.
But they're like my friends. But you don't have to be worrying about them like that. It's like, that's their decision on to keep dealing with it or to leave it alone. I'm mad, I'm cussing, I'm fussing. Like they messing with me, but they ain't messing with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, because they're my friends. And that taught me how to just back off of stuff and just start listening, not running my mouth. Because sometimes they tell you stuff, but they don't want you to say anything. They just
Hmm.
want you to sit there and listen to what they got to
They
say.
just they're the
Even
bit.
though you get tired of seeing them being beaten by that dead horse, but they want you sometimes not to just say nothing.
Hmm.
So we either sit there and listen, or we have to ask them, but do you want me to say something, or do you want me to listen? Because I always got a lot to say. So it's like, do you want me to listen to you
Right.
and just sit here and just hear you, just be that shoulder, or do you want some real hardcore opinion? I mean,
Right.
Let
because
me
you
ask a
got that
question
from
right
me,
quick.
Devon. You're gonna just give it to them. But sometimes people don't want that. They
No.
don't want that.
Let
They
me
don't
ask you
want it.
something right quick.
Okay.
Now, cause I got to go to work, so and I ain't really getting no sleep. 'Cause I got to check out.
Oh.
But what Devon just described is the type of woman he wants. Now, wants or and likes.
What I'm looking
Didn't he
for.
describe a lot of what you, Gloria, and your mom is like?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I didn't want to say, oh, you're gonna date somebody kind of like Gloria, your mom, and your grandmama.
Because they're
But the women,
responsible. They
Ooh.
know what's
but see,
up.
if I had a said that, like, no, I don't want that. But see, I just sat here and said, I'm gonna let him describe everything he want to describe,
Uh huh.
and I guarantee it's gonna be a combination of the women that he don't grew up and been around that he respect. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what he just did. I kind
Mm-hmm.
of y'all got away from it, but I'm like, no, I'm coming back to that because when he said, "Ask me what," ask me, I said, and I didn't never ask him.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go ahead on and say every bit of what he wanted to say, and
Yep.
it's gonna add up to you. It's gonna add up to Gloria, and it's gonna add it to his grandmother. And I ain't say nothing. And if you sit there and write it down what he said, and every bit of it gonna swing right to y'all.
Across
And
the
just
board.
and right. So that's what you most men, now mine
Hey,
was a little different because I didn't quite want that. white want mom.
Uh,
Now I couldn't put that together like that. But
mhm,
most guys though, if they have any respect for their mom and the women they're gonna date gonna be real similar.
mhm.
Not
Mm-hmm.
exactly, but they're gonna be close.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the characteristics gonna be kind of the same.
Now
Yep.
here's the big picture here is so many women aren't like these two for two reasons, right? If Ma was in me and Kiara's generation, she would have either A, tried to kill you, or B, used me and Shaylin as weapons against y'all.
Oh, daddy gone. He gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or C, would have been hating Gloria for just existing, no matter if
Mm-hmm.
she did right or wrong, for the rest of your entire life, and Gloria would have heated that up because petty is petty, and y'all would have just kept a war going and destroyed both sides of the family. Me and Kiara and Shaylin would have been wild as a result, and that would lead to a bunch of other
You might not have
characters.
been wild, but we chose. Your dad and I chose not to deal with y'all like that.
Right. Now, here's what
We
I.
did not. Let me finish.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
we chose for you guys not to grow up like that because you see that happening to children a lot,
Hmm.
and it messes the kids up. Like you said, me and Glow would have been right there fighting, bickering. Cobra probably would have had a heart attack or a stroke or all of them, but now, I mean, it's not worth that. It's just not worth that. So we chose when we decided not to be together. We chose. Well, I said I chose, okay,
Hmm.
because Kiara wasn't even born. Okay, so I chose to make sure that he was a part of y'all life, period.
Right.
Regardless of what me and him was going through or whatever, or the triangle, me, him, and Gloria, whatever. And then Gloria stepped in like from the beginning.
Hmm.
She just slid right on in and let me be free, pretty much. Cause she had y'all. I mean, right, Gloria? I
Yeah,
mean, let's be
yeah,
for real.
yeah.
Gloria slid. I mean, it's like we were some smooth operating folk. We just slid. I slid out. Gloria had y'all, and she kept y'all for like a long time. She just kept you. She kept y'all as if she gave birth to you and Shay. Because, like I said, Kiara wasn't born.
Hmm.
And she just slid right on through the gate. We never missed a beat. Never missed a beat. Never, ever, ever. Still haven't missed a beat
Mm-mm.
after 20 some odd years, close to 30 years now. Because Shayla's 20. Yeah, so I'm going to say your age. So we didn't want y'all to grow up like that. So then when Kiara came around, when she was pregnant with Kiara, Coleman told me that girl was pregnant with Kiara. I like to lost my mind. I was like, I hate him for life. I said, how could he do this? I was mad with Kiara. She wasn't even born.
Hmm.
But then when I'm telling, because hey, we got feelings, right? So
Yeah.
let's keep
Mm-hmm.
it 100. Let's keep
For
it
sure.
100. I
Right.
hated everything about that. I hated it. Because I always said if a man ever had a child on me, that would be it. Period. Point blank. No more, nothing, ever, never, ever.
Hmm.
Okay.
Dang.
But then, Kiara came. She came. I took y'all to the hospital to see her when she was born. And I mean, we just kept it like that. So it's like we just never skipped a beat. We never skipped a beat. And like I said, when I was sick, when I was sick, all them 3, 4, 5 times, Gloria just came right on in, took y'all, fed you, clothed you, comb hair, took to the daycare, took to the school. Never missed a beat. Never ever missed a beat. And I will always appreciate her for doing that. I don't know if I could have done it. Now I know I'm a good girl, but I don't know. But she just I'm telling you, she never skipped a beat, never ever ever. If I mean Y'all already know Christmas time, she get y'all the best gifts ever in life. I always have from like the beginning to the end. We were poor. Y'all didn't know we were poor. I mean, y'all
I
didn't know.
really
Yeah.
didn't
But,
think it at all.
you
That's
know,
what
we
we
worked, we
struggle.
struggled. We did
I'm
whatever
just
we
sitting
had
there
to do,
chilling.
but she just came right on in and she just took over. She just did everything. And she still does. If y'all need it, she gonna be there for you. But that's how we chose to raise you guys. So y'all won't feel like you separated, even though you're not wasn't in the same home. But then y'all was in their home too. So y'all just were always together. Always together. And that's why
So
people don't know who belongs to who. Right
right.
now they don't really know, you know. Because y'all, we didn't never separate y'all and say, well, you know, that's her mama or that's her mama and she gonna do this and she gonna do that, you know. We just chose to just raise y'all together regardless of the situation. So
So yeah,
that's why y'all turn out so well. I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, I do believe that because we won't arguing, and we never, me and Gloria never argued. I mean, from day one, we never argued. We didn't go through all that craziness, you know, because that's craziness. I mean, if you ain't gonna be with somebody, you just ain't gonna be with them. That's it. Just go ahead on and do what you're gonna do, whatever, you know. And if I need to talk to them about something, I incorporate everybody. I talk to everybody, you know.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, and that's like when me and Girl have, you know, with I would, going to the hospitals or whatever. We just let y'all know. We just group it together. Everybody know, so everybody know what they need to do. If we got to
Right.
step in and do this, we just do it. And that's how
Right.
we've always done, like from day one.
Ma, you gonna say
And this is why your sister chose the field that she chose is because of how we interacted together,
Right.
all of us, you know.
that?
So that makes
So
me feel good because I feel like we've done something right and we
right.
actually did something right, you
Right.
Yeah.
know.
And so my thing is like I feel like that since it's I always said from the beginning when me and Cummins first got together and we decided, okay, we're gonna be together, right?
Hmm.
And you have kids, so we have to take the responsibility on. So this is a situation that we created, so you have to do what you're supposed to do.
Hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, so I didn't ever want Devon Key and Shayla to feel like they were distant from their dad because of me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why door was always open. I
Right.
don't care what I'm doing or what's going on. You always can come where I am because
Mm-hmm.
and the thing about that is it's like I didn't want them to feel like they lost their dad because of me.
Mm-hmm.
I worked real hard at that. It didn't matter. It didn't matter who child it was. It's his child. So, in turns, I felt like you're my children. So
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
said, and so I didn't want the situation that me and him created to affect y'all in a bad way. Because I know how that feels because I went through it with my parents. So
Right.
I didn't want you guys to ever feel like you guys didn't have access to your dad because of me. And I worked really hard at that. Sometimes it was very hard. I mean, it was tight. I mean, it was hard, but that's that's the agreement me and Cobra came to. And I'm like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Don't matter. If we're
Yep.
tired, we're broke, do what we gotta do. So that's what we did. So that's how
Yep.
I came to the conclusion of what it was. So you have to when you're growing up, you have to make decisions. If you make a decision, you have to accept the consequences of your decision. And so you have to, not that y'all got consequences, but I'm just saying, like, you have to step up and put your big
Mm-hmm.
girl drawers on and do what you got to do to make things work. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. I did. I tried to anyway. I did the best I thought I could do.
You did.
Uh,
You did. They don't even know no different.
No.
right, right.
But you did. I mean, you didn't even have any kids. I mean, you had no kids. But
Mm-mm.
you just took them right on. I mean, you just took them right on. So it's like, you know, they never know whatever. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like they've just y'all always been together. We chose that. We chose
And
that.
then when I got pregnant with Kiara, I was like, oh my God. how and really it asked Coleman, I said, "Oh my God, how is going to affect Tanya because I, have put her in another difficult situation. I mean, I knew Kira was gonna be fine, but I'm just like, how this going to affect everything's going smooth, and now I'm pregnant, so I had to like, what is that going to do to the whole dynamic? And
Mhm.
he's like always positive. It's going to work. Going to make it work. We've been doing it. We keep doing it. So we did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out. It
Yeah.
worked out with no problems.
Mhm.
And it was
Yes.
easy because your guys were great kids, so it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And she
And
been
you
with Devon really all his life, honestly. Like,
it's me
um,
since I think uh
How old
6 months.
was I?
you wasn't even a year old.
No.
No, you
So
had
that's
that.
why I mean that's why I mean she's been with you just that long, so she had to really take care of a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, honesty, a baby because you was a baby
Right. You were a
and she didn't
baby.
even have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, by the way, Lynn. Glad to see you in the chat. How you
And
doing?
so it's interesting though, but I mean that's just how we chose to do things, and
Right.
it worked out. People used to say, "Well, how do you do it?" I don't know. How do I do what? I mean,
Right.
they'd be like, "But this seems like television." But it's not. It's for real. It's for real. But why
Mm-hmm.
should we sit here and fight and fuss and cuss and just
Right.
wreak havoc every day or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yep.
even worth all that headache and all that
Mm-mm.
kind of stuff. I mean, you just go on and do what you got to do, and that's what we did. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
did.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we did.
Right. I mean, if anything, growing up in school, I didn't even have that reality check until I went to after school and was just like, they only got one mom and one dad. What's going on here?
Yeah,
And
because they're right. That's
they
what
just
you
kept
you
going.
knew
So
to.
just like,
Yep.
and then they tell me, it's like, yo, my dad, they stay with me, and I'm looking like, oh, but it only, I think that feeling of like, I wish that everybody was living under one roof lasted for maybe a couple of months, if not a
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
year, and then it went away again. Oh, thank you
Mm-hmm.
for subscribing, Lynn. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you. I know one question, Yvonne, you had asked me one day when you were a young man. You said, "Well, Gloria, how how do you and mom? How do I separate you and mom?" I said, "Well, you know what? You love both of us, but I have my own qualities and she have her qualities, and you love us for what our qualities are. There's no like you have to love her more than me, or it's
Right.
yeah. I didn't want to feel like it was a competition." So I'm like, don't want that. Your mom
Mm-hmm.
has said that, she's great at now. I'm not great at, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She had to teach me to braid hair on the hair, for instance. I'm like, shut up, how to do this child's hair? And I'm like, how do I braid her hair? And she had to show me how to actually braid Kiara's hair because Kiara's hair was way shorter than Shayla's. But Shayla had long, pretty hair.
Then
And
she had
Kiara,
fuzzy hair too.
she did. Kiara didn't have that at first. She had kind of short hair. And I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
how in the world I'm gonna do this chick's hair? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how many does she show me how to braid Kiara's hair? So I'm just like, you have to you have to me, y'all were the main focus of what we were doing. And
Right.
so put y'all first, so it made things easy. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's just that simple. And this is
mhm.
all now. This is all we know.
You're
We don't
right.
know.
Right.
We don't know any other way. This is what
Uh-uh.
we know.
Yo,
Period.
Yeah.
Lynn,
It's
what's
just
up?
what it's gonna be.
What's up, bro? How you doing today? And by the way, for anyone who's looking through the video a bit later, or if any of
Earlier.
y'all are mothers, happy Mother's Day. This is the stream just for that, because let's be honest, I'm not going to be streaming like this on Mother's Day. I'm either going to be cooking for them or going to be busy.
Oh, girl, you hear that? Up, up,
Uh,
up.
what?
What?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Ain't no cooking going on. I had to change
Yeah,
my
he gonna be
plans.
cooking for us.
Oh, I'm gonna be at work.
Mm,
You ain't gonna be at
I
work
was
all day,
ready
honey.
to work.
2 o'clock.
mm.
Ugh.
But yeah, so that's how we chose to raise y'all, and I think y'all turned out very well. You
Right.
guys have 2 moms and a dad. I'm trying to
Shit.
work on getting y'all another dad, but Kiara doesn't want me to have one.
That's
I'm really
not
not
true.
feeling that.
Really?
That
So
is
I don't
I'm
know how
really
y'all
not
think
feeling
I
that's
that.
fair,
I'm
but
really not feeling
hold
that.
on,
And,
hold
and
on.
it's not fair.
Huh?
You deserve,
No,
see,
no, no, no,
see.
no,
Uh-uh.
no,
listen.
no.
Oh my
That
It
is
god.
means
not true.
Oh
I
my
said,
god.
okay, Tanya, you can get a man,
Audience, do
but
you hear them? Audience, do you hear
Oh
listen,
my
them?
you
god.
cannot, cannot
look,
mess with the
no,
family
bruh,
dynamic.
no,
No, it got to
because
be. You
first
got to
of
have the right
all,
headspace.
That's
hold
right.
on,
You gotta be ready.
hold on. First off, you deserve somebody, and I agree with that. But I already got a daddy, and I got one.
Right.
So we gonna dead that right there. Two, he got to be ready, cause 3 kids, bruh,
I'm giving
and
him
we
hell the
grown.
moment he steps through that door. Be like, okay.
We
Well, I'm
grown.
gonna be scanning him down,
Look,
analyzing
Shayla,
as much as I
Shayla
can.
not even gonna say nothing to him, but hello. I'm telling you, Shayla ain't gonna say nothing to him, but hello, and she gonna stare at him all day.
Shayla's not gonna be that way.
I'm
She gonna
definitely going to be.
won't say much.
I mean, I'm gonna
Now,
be
me and
checking out
Devon,
the choices of
me and
words he's gonna
Devon,
use.
Oh
me and
my
Devon.
I'm gonna
gracious.
be
Yeah.
hearing him when I'm not there because that's when your real self comes out because you don't have to hide nothing. Be like, you can. I'll be like, bro, just talk to me. Just keep it real. What? We're two men here. What are you doing with my mom? Are you serious about my
I
mom?
mean,
What are you
right?
gonna
Like,
be doing?
thank you,
Like,
Gloria.
Right.
The look,
what?
That's what I'm
the look,
talking
Are you
about.
going?
the
Like,
look.
I'm gonna be
I
like, all
mean,
right, because listen, be making sure. I be like, ma, now I seen some red flags. Now do with it what you will. But if he gets squirrely, it's on site. Like it's like, okay, I'm not even. We're not doing this right now. Not. It is
If
too
he a
late in the
good
game.
dude, granted, now if he a good dude and
If
us three
he's a good
check him
man,
out,
He don't have to be a good dude to be
I'm
and
with
we
me.
talking.
agree,
That's
I know
exactly
you're not
right.
gonna date a bum, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Right,
we us
right.
three, Misha and Devon, we agree a good dude, then he good.
Yep. He passed
But
the
if we
judgment
don't
test.
agree, we don't agree. I want you to be with somebody, but look, we don't agree. We just don't agree.
No.
But we still gonna
I
let you
mean,
find that out on your
I
own.
mean, no.
thank you.
At the end of the day, we're all grown, but it's gonna be a difference between you being a father to me as
No,
well.
because y'all are grown.
Right.
I
Right.
got
No.
Now,
No. 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 No.
Them
Wait.
days right there over with.
Wait. Now hold up. By that I mean, are you gonna be another father? I have a couple of father figures, but I have my father first and foremost. Now, are you gonna be a father figure, someone I can talk to, someone I can learn from, someone I can respect? Or are you gonna be my mom's lover, and that's all there is to it? And I'm cutting you off right then and there. That's that is the difference right there. But like, all right, now if you're
don't talk like
good, huh? If you're good enough for her, if you're good for her, dope. Now, that has nothing to do with me and you. This ain't no
right.
shortcut ticket for you to be important to me. You're just meaning nothing but my mom's lover, her boyfriend, her husband, and it stops right there. I won't give a damn about you, but okay. I you okay, I'll care about you if you live or die and it stops right there. Because if you die,
no.
my
I
mom's gonna be
understand
saddened,
that
that's a problem. But that's
your
it.
mama deserves to be happy and be loved.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to give the dude a chance. She bring him around. If she
I
bring
mean,
him
of
around
course.
us to see, it got
Right.
to be,
Right.
yeah.
He got to
So
be halfway straight anyway. But
Yeah.
he
No,
ain't coming
no,
around here
right. Like
nobody
And
yet.
playing games.
like I
Right.
said.
Ain't seen nobody yet, so I guess they ain't up to snuff yet. She ain't found nobody up to snuff yet.
Right, right. But when I do,
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
then we're
listen.
going to have to all get
I'm
together.
good.
Right. That's
But just
exactly
I'm
right.
only
know,
saying.
if
Listen. Like I
me,
said, he got two
if me,
options.
Shayla and Devon do not agree, you gonna know we do not
Oh, for
agree.
sure. I will literally
So
just.
we not gonna
Now,
care
here's
about
the
that man.
problem. Here's the problem. It doesn't matter if we don't agree because she's grown. However, like I said, you're either my mom's lover and that's it. That is all to your character for me, and I'm cutting you off right there. I mean, I'll treat you with respect, but that's all you're gonna get from me. Or you're gonna be more than that. You're gonna mean something to me. In which, if you ask me, "Hey man, I need your help," there ain't gonna be no side eye glance or none of that. Be like, "Okay, what do you need?" I'll get up. Like I'll go out of my way to help you out. Versus, you don't need me for this. You can do it on your own, and I'll close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
But
it's.
yeah,
I
Nah,
make sure they meet your y'all approval codes and everything because I know it's serious. It's serious.
I
yeah,
mean,
They're gonna
listen,
have
I'm
to
not
do.
gonna be wild.
They're gonna have a hard time because they're gonna have to be able to deal with all of us.
The entire clan.
All of us
The
as a family
entire
unit.
clan.
yeah, all of
So
us.
they're gonna have to know how to. They're gonna have to know how to deal with us. Period.
Hmm.
period.
Yep.
We're not hard to deal with, but they're gonna have to know how to fit in.
Yeah.
Mm,
And see, they'll be told that from the jump street. They'll be
mm,
told. I mean, because I'm just straight up honest. It's what it is with me. Because I could care less at the end of the day. But
Facts.
I'm
mm,
just saying, they're gonna have to know. Look, this is how we get down right here. This is how we get down. We all get down. So
mm-hmm.
now, if you ain't comfortable with yourself,
Yeah.
you
Right.
can't roll up in here.
No.
You
Mm-mm.
can't roll up in here with us.
Mm-mm.
Cause we together.
Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
together. So I mean, you got to deal with it. You deal with it, or you can keep on stepping. No matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. If my children don't like you, then they got a reason not like you. Then I can't deal with you.
Right.
Just
I mean,
can't.
listen. Look, it's a difference
Not just
between.
because I don't like the way he look or
Stop, stop,
whatever.
petty
But you gotta
stuff.
have y'all got some concrete facts too.
Yup.
And I mean some serious stuff y'all feel kind of weird about. Then I'm gonna listen to y'all because y'all know me better than they know me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's
So
how he
I
look.
don't care what the job is. I don't care about all that stuff. I work. I'll be all right.
He
You
better have one
know,
though.
huh?
He got to have one though.
Oh yeah, he got to work.
Yeah, he
He
got to
got to
work.
work. He got to
Care
have
with
his own
work.
place to
He gotta
stay.
have
He got to have him a vehicle. He got to have a vehicle now because you can't drive a vehicle. I can't allow that right there.
Hmm.
But for it, you got to
what?
have a J-O-B. You
Hmm.
want to
Yep.
be with me.
No romance without finance.
I know
Yeah.
that's right, girl. Bring it
No
out.
romance without finance. Hey.
Oh, great.
Simple as
Okay,
that.
Oh my.
Simple as that.
No.
okay. So, okay, I got. Hold on, Devon.
Oh no. You go
So,
ahead. You go ahead.
me growing up, and
What your wall,
out of us
Kiara.
three, I
No.
think I am not saying Devon's social. Devon's really not social.
Mm-mm.
You're not in Shaylin's social, but I think out of us three, I'm the most social.
You are easily
I am a lot like Daddy, how I deal with people's dysfunctions more than I
dysfunctions.
could.
All right.
I whatever. I don't want to say stupidity because
Oh. Oh. That is the right word. That
you know
is
what I'm saying
perfectly the right word.
that I deal with that more than I should. And growing up, and all of us, everybody, the four people on the screen, Daddy, Shaylin, and Rouge, is how do kids my age, they like my dad's not in my life, or I don't see how your mom and your brother and sister mom, how do they coexist? And I just be like,
Coexist.
Because they used to people
Yeah.
acting up,
I know.
fussing. Oh no, he's with that B. So
wait,
now my children can't
hold
go around her because
Right?
he's with that
on, Tanya,
B
hold
over
on,
there. I
hold
mean,
on.
that's what people, but that's what they be saying.
Right,
Yeah.
but
That's
hold
what they be saying.
So I used to be like, what you mean? I'm used to this. This is what I was born into. I don't know what you going. I don't like my dad outside, or he at home, or he working, or it just was like when my friends be like, man, my dad, I don't talk to him. He don't call me. I just be like,
We don't
I
know
don't
your
know.
pain, bruh.
Talking,
I'm sorry.
I don't like. I'ma listen to you,
Right.
but my daddy down the hallway. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. And I grew up. Sometimes I should be like, dang, I feel bad that my friends don't have a dad,
Right.
or my cousins don't. You know what I'm saying? Have a dad.
Mhm.
It's. I just be like, dang, but I don't not want one.
Right.
I want mine, but
Mhm.
boys, they would have the same thing I have. And then it's some people that have a dad and he ain't hitting on.
True.
So I
Right.
mean,
True.
what's
True.
like?
That.
I used to be like, yo, I don't understand how people don't understand how we blended, how blended we are, and how seamless it is at times. And how can you have two moms? I'm like,
It's not that deep. It's really not. It's all you need to do.
But it is to them because some of them don't
it
even have
is,
one.
because
Right.
sometimes
Oh,
they only
that's
got
Honestly,
one,
that's a
and
part.
then
you
they
That's a
have
know,
fact.
one
they
mom
don't have no
they
support.
don't
No.
Period.
be hitting on nothing, and then they have a mom and she a good mom, but they don't have a dad, so it's just not.
Mhm.
So it's just
Mhm.
like we got a mom, and then we got another mama, and then we got a daddy. It's just like y'all got all of it.
Mhm.
I used to be like, yo, and my friends, I don't have a dad. My dad hit me and beat me. I'm like, well,
Mm.
I'm gonna be here for you, but
Right.
You can't relate to that.
I
I
can't
Right.
relate.
mean, you know.
And sometimes I used to feel guilty about it, but now that I'm older and I see like, okay, well, you was just blessed to have a good man and a mom, and then a bonus mom. It just happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Jesus
Mhm.
Christ! It was so it could have easily gone down the
Yeah,
wrong
but
way.
Oh God, yes,
it could have,
yes,
but they
Right.
chose
yes.
to.
But we wasn't gonna allow that to happen.
No, y'all chose not to.
We weren't gonna do that. That just was not ever
Mhm.
gonna happen. Because I did
No,
not want that for y'all. I did not
me
want y'all to
either.
have to go through that. So if I had to
Me
eat crow, I eat crow, whatever. I didn't want y'all to have to go through all that craziness. That's crazy. That Mrs. Kids minds up,
It
you know.
does
either.
though.
It does.
Then I
And I
had,
didn't. I just was not gonna let that happen. I just
I
couldn't
had,
do that.
I,
And then
I
like I said, when Kiara came, it's like okay, we got three. We just blend them, throw them, make it right together. I mean,
Mhm.
it is what it is. It is what it is, and like I said, when you was born, Kiara, I took them right on up there to see you. I
Hmm.
took them right on up there, and you were just born good.
white
I
as a
don't know how Gloria felt about that, but I was like, well, I mean, it's their sister. I mean,
That's
so
what
I
I'm
just
saying.
went on and
I
took them
didn't have no
on
issues.
over there.
I didn't have no issues you bringing them up there, but the thing is, I didn't want to try to, I didn't want to hurt you in any kind of way. That's what it was. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's fair. No, you see, with that mindset for the both of y'all, it's why when people sat there and I was just like, I was sitting there like, they would see me and Shaylin, then Kiara would randomly pop up. He'd be like, "Who's that?" "Oh, that's my little sister." "Your mom had another kid?" "No, no, Gloria did." Because that I used to call you by that and that period. And they're
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mhm.
"That's your half sister then." And I had the most disgusted face, like,
mm,
The
no,
half,
like yeah, I was like, you don't
half.
have to call it like. I felt like that was disrespectful. Like, yo, I
but
never
it's
saw her that
people
way.
families. That's true for them.
I know, but I never seen it that. It was just like that is the most
We won't raise it. We
self-destructive
won't.
mindset I feel. Because when you say have, that still means you don't belong with us. You know, you're
Halfway.
Well, yeah, that's
half-blooded,
a good way to put
and I'm
that.
like,
You're
I
right, and I
hated
never
that.
thought about that in
You
that
halfway
sense.
don't
But you're
belong.
right.
Yeah.
Just
You're
like,
right about that,
just
Devon.
like
I never
just
even now. I really never thought about that, but now that you mention that, that is
I
what it seems
if
like.
I can't
There
remember.
was no
I
half,
think Shaylin
and
had
we
an
said
incident like that too.
no half. Mm-mm. We
that's
don't do
Yeah,
true.
we
half.
don't have no halves up in here. Y'all all the whole.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your whole period. Period.
I think
Whole.
Devon, did Shayla have an incident like that too? I think
No,
she got.
I
Yeah,
don't. I don't. If she did, she never told me. But it was
I
that
think.
thing of like,
I think she probably have though, but I think somebody probably said that to her in the past or something.
I
yeah,
think
Mhm.
Probably. More than likely.
Mhm.
that
Yeah, and
was.
they be like, cause me and Kiara always on each other.
Mhm.
And then my cousin was like, "Oh, she loves you." I said, "Why shouldn't she? She been with me all her life."
Right.
And she was
Right.
like, "Well, how does her mom feel about that?" Her mama don't care. She been with me all her life. I mean, like she's been with me all her life, like really, literally all her life. So it's like we just had another child. That's all.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, that's just the way it is. And it just seems really strange to
to some
folk.
people,
Cause folk just want to fuss and fight and carry on and
get her baby mama.
just do the most. And we don't have time for that. We educated women. We don't have time for that craziness. Even when we want to get educated like that, we ain't have time
Right.
for that.
Right.
And now at this point, like we sure enough ain't going down that road. And y'all all
No.
grown anyway. But I'm just saying, if you were not, we wouldn't do
Mhm.
that. We wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It
No, we
was.
wouldn't do that. That's just unnecessary.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all because I never asked Dad because he was. I feel when he says it, he means it. But with y'all, since y'all gave birth to kids, right? I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
Kiar, you gonna love this one. You gonna love this one for real, for real. All right, favorites.
Ooh,
Favorite.
ah, calm down.
Don't lie
That
now.
is
Calm
Come on,
down.
so
come
They ain't
on. It's
awful.
favorites.
okay. Listen, because I feel like if
They
I
got
was a
favorites.
parent, I would have favorites. I would never tell them until they're grown
But
and it doesn't matter.
They
But
got favorites. I'm telling you, they got
they,
favorites.
and
I'm not
it's
gonna say
okay. I mean, no
it's
hard
okay.
feelings
Wait,
to
We
wait.
nobody.
know, we know, we
Hold on.
know the favorites.
They're favorites.
Us three, Shelly probably like, no, they don't got favorites. Me and
They know
Devon know
because Shaylin's soft. All right, now let's go over here real quick. Me and you, we already know what the game is.
we
Go
already know
ahead.
y'all got favorites. All three
Yeah,
of y'all, we
yeah,
know. But it's
yeah.
okay.
It's all right because listen, me and Kiara know we were difficult.
y'all
Very.
were not
I
difficult.
felt like I was different. I felt like I was a
No,
difficult kid
y'all were
too.
not difficult.
Lord
Now
knows.
Kiara was different because the Kiara is Dennis the Menace. Period. Dennis the Menace gonna always do something. Cause she the
Yeah,
baby. She's the real baby of the family. And she gonna try
I
and she
sure
don't
will.
care when she get in trouble.
Don't care.
Had
See,
another asked me,
hey,
girl had another asked me one time, tell you why I keep getting in trouble. I said, you keep doing something. Shoot.
yeah, I did a couple
Ask
times.
me,
I
you
still
gotta
do it.
stop doing stuff.
I be like,
Right,
friend,
steady doing something. Dennis the Menace. That is Dennis the Menace.
yeah,
Period.
I,
So how
you,
you figure we got favorites?
Oh
y'all
no.
got.
I literally sit there. I'm like, listen. I don't care how young I was. I was like, I'm gonna have a favorite kid. If I like off rip, when Dad told me, he was just like, I really don't. I favor all of y'all the same. And I hear this fuss. I'm like, okay. No, he's serious. He's 100% serious. Now, for
I
y'all,
don't think.
maybe it's because y'all
Stop
didn't
it.
want to have
Stop.
kids until
Right.
y'all
Wait,
had
Devon.
some. Now, wait a
Devon.
So
minute.
who you think the favorites? Who are the favorites?
No, no.
Devon. Daddy
Y'all,
got a favorite
you
too.
think he does? Okay, who would it be? Who would it be?
Me. What you mean?
Oh, you think you his favorite?
Hey, look. He don't worry y'all as much as he
Yo,
worry me. Okay?
yeah,
I
Fact.
drink to
That's
that
a fact.
one.
No,
I'm gonna
that's
have
a
to think about
fact.
that one for real, for
That
real.
man, look, I love him with every fiber in my being, but he works.
Mm-hmm.
He don't look.
Your daddy love
Okay?
all of y'all so much. He just I don't even think he know what to do with himself.
No.
I have okay.
But
Listen,
no, but not for real. I don't think Daddy have a favorite. I really was just joking.
right,
But I don't think he does.
but
Now, they got
y'all
favorite.
too. See, I believe maybe it's because y'all didn't want to have children until it happened,
Yeah, I
and
sure did
No,
not.
y'all
at all.
gonna have a
I
favorite
sure
in
did
there.
not.
Got pregnant with Keon. I took like I don't know how many pregnancy tests. And and get the information. I'm like, bro, it's no way. There is no way. And they're like, but you are Miss Howard. But I'm like, but I don't understand. Like,
You had sex and you got
I'm
knocked up. What do you mean
But
you
she was
don't
on birth
understand?
control.
Sometimes it don't work.
birth control. I don't get it. And I was like, and she was just like, but you are Miss Howard. I'm so I had to sit in the room for a minute and kept me get myself together.
I know, right? It's like, what?
Uh,
You sound what now?
like,
Mm.
what? Bro, just
I
like,
was
what
more
you
shocked with Devon. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know with Shayla because I'd never been pregnant before when I
Right.
had the first
Mm-hmm.
one. But the second one, I was like, wait a minute, I was having so much fun that summer and everything.
Oh, you
I
must
was just
have.
having fun.
You must
And all
have.
of a sudden, the mind came when I calmed down, like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I ain't seen no cycle in a long time. Like a long time.
It begins.
Then I finally went. I said, oh, Lord, let me go to this doctor. And then she tells me that. And I swear I was in denial. I was like, I cannot. Shayla was already 4 years old. I like, but it's just me and Shay. She already potty trained and she
Mm,
about to go to school. And
mm.
then what? Like,
I'm
say
sorry.
what? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. And I just was like, oh my God, really? This cannot be happening again. But I've always wanted a son, I must say.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted me a son, so I was glad I got my son because I really did want a son. I just always loved boys, and I always wanted a son. And he's so
Mm-hmm.
nice and he's so sweet and he gives you the best hugs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't he,
Yeah.
Gloria?
The best
Yep.
hugs ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But wait,
Yep.
okay, mommy,
I
I
like
got
that
a
son too,
question.
but I feel like I already had one, so I was like content.
Right.
Just
Yep.
I didn't need to go through all that extra pregnancy again.
Okay,
Yep.
mommy and Tanya, I got a question.
Hmm.
Out of us three, I already know the answer, but I just want to know who
You,
was the most difficult.
Mm.
this is the worst time for Gloria to leave.
Oh, she gonna come back. I'm gonna ask again.
Uh
Tanya,
huh.
you married?
Oh no, I wasn't around you like as a little. Well, I was kind of like with you a little bit, like on the off and on the off.
Hmm.
Difficult.
Mm. Like through all school, elementary, middle, high school, adult, like as present.
But see, you and Devon were doing y'all level of difficulties at the same time. So
Also
y'all
true.
might be tying up. Y'all might be tying with that
Let
situation.
me go.
But
Mo-
Devon wasn't bad like in school. He wasn't bad like that. But he would do things. But he wasn't like bad like in school, like had to get reports and stuff all the time and all that kind of stuff. Every now and then, um, what he did one time, he was like in the first grade and the teacher came to tell me he had done something that day, but it wasn't like really bad. But he probably like talking. He was doing something, and he
ADHD.
was about to have a nervous breakdown. He was crying, snot rolling, everything. He was just crying because I'm looking at him like, I'm gonna beat your tail.
Mm.
But I ain't beat him though.
No.
But
I mean, no,
she
I
was
remember.
like, well, I'm so sorry. She was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, why did you even tell me? Then you gonna be sorry that you told me because he crying real pitiful. Cause I don't go for that cutting up in school mess now.
I don't think I know what happened. What happened was Joel was chasing me around in one of the when we went to the hospital for the kids who were in the hospital, we were giving them gifts. Then we stopped
Oh.
like at McDonald's or something. It was something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
Joel was chasing me or I was chasing him and he led me into the street where there was just a slowly moving bus coming. And I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
even notice the bus or that we were I was just
Mm-hmm.
focused on chasing him. And then when
Mm.
the teacher was like, "What are y'all doing on the street?" I looked, was just like, "Oh," and
Busted.
it wasn't even like I. There's a lot of situations at school to where I just get lost in the action that I don't realize what's
Mm-hmm.
happening. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
no, wait, Gloria, can I ask that question again? Ask that question again. Go
Okay,
ahead.
mommy. So basically, I asked y'all two, out of us three, who was the most difficult from
Mm-hmm.
elementary, middle school, high school, and present. Out of
And
all 3 periods, who was the most 4 periods? Who was the most difficult?
I would say you because um,
Damn. Damn.
And baby in the
I don't
family
even know.
syndrome.
You did a lot of things I ain't understand. Well, at first I didn't understand, but when I found out you were ADHD, then I kind of understand why you did the certain things you did. But when you got in high school, you start doing stuff. I'm like,
And I'm gonna tell you why I did it.
why are you doing stuff like
Because
that? I'm
I
like,
didn't give a crap. I
it wasn't
didn't
about like
care.
you get expelled or going to jail or nothing. It's just little
Yeah,
stuff, like little
Mm-hmm.
things, like just little stuff. I'm like, why are you signing my name to stuff? Why are you doing this? Why are you
I,
I don't understand why you doing stuff like that?
I
No,
just after a
Then you
while,
testing or something.
I
oh,
just didn't care.
yo, I'm about to tell y'all like the true reason why. Okay, Kiara, what are the reasons why you're crying when you're getting spankings for?
Cause they hurt.
Oh no, hold up, Kiara,
I'm hungry. Who that?
What? What you mean? You supposed to cook? Talking about some food.
huh?
Anyway, you said what's the true reason why you cry when you get a spanking?
During spankings, yeah, or beatings.
I mean, one, I mean, it hurts. Two, I would say because you done got caught.
Okay.
Three, I mean, you effed up. You know what I'm
What
saying?
we got to know about spanking? Y'all hardly got ever got a spanking.
Oh
And
no,
that's
I
not
won't
our
say.
fault.
I think no, like the reason why I would cry. There's three main reasons. If you were to take the beatings away, it would hurt me just the same. How mad y'all would get,
Chop pieces done. I don't know about
not the actions,
the
but how
It
mad
looks
y'all would get,
like
the shame I would feel,
that piece of
and
pork
to
chop.
know that I upset y'all that much.
No,
Those three
I don't
things.
think the. Okay, yeah, the shame part, I get that.
It's the straight shame.
The
a
shame,
lot of
yeah, because
the a
I got
lot of the
caught.
stuff that
And,
when I would hide things is out of shame. Cause no
yeah,
one wants to go to their parent and be like, yeah, I failed at this or I was terrible at that. So I try to hide it as long as I can, even if it was gonna be found out. Just like
yeah,
absolute disappointment.
yeah, I was the same way. It was a lot of things. Even daddy, like, okay, I can say this because I'm grown now, and yeah.
Mhm.
So my report card, I just kept telling daddy I ain't get that report card, dad. Just lying. Just so I was like, man, okay. So he was like, he got tired of me lying, and he knew I was lying, but he just let me have it. So he went out to the school, and this is at the time I was in high school, and he was dropping me off in the mornings. So he dropped me off, and he was like, before I go in here, do you just want to tell me the truth? I was like, nope, nope, dad, nope, nothing. Everything's gonna be fine.
No,
So,
in my situation, okay.
so then, hold on, Devon. So
Okay.
then I went to class.
Oh, she's lagging a little bit. She needs to sit still. Yo, Kiara, you're lagging a little bit. Oh, nope, she's gone. She's off air.
What?
She needs to
She
stay in
bitch
one
you in the
place. What
kitchen.
is she doing? Nah, but
See, little stuff. See stuff like that? Little stuff.
mhm, right.
Mhm.
Nah, I think what blows me back the most is Gloria. Have you heard about my suicidal tendencies?
What do you mean suicide tendencies? I know you had anger issues. I caught that in high school
Right.
because I picked you up one
Hold on,
day
hold on.
and
Mhm. Oh, Kia, what's he doing?
I picked you up one day and I think the girl had done something to you. I don't know, she had threw something in your face or something like that. And you got really upset and I was trying to talk to you and you was like, I don't know how she did it. And you took your glasses and you broke them in half.
Oh no 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 no! I know what happened. That was welcome.
That was yeah, that was middle
Those
school.
kids
Yeah, middle
ran up
school.
on me. They took the
And
homework I was supposed to be working on, and they done
mhm,
ripped it apart and threw it away. And I was at the
mhm.
locker. I was sitting down, and it
Hey,
happened.
mom. Hold on, Devon. Hold on 1 second. Hey,
Okay.
mom. What was
What?
you gonna cook today?
Oh, some
She is trying to
cabbage.
cook a whole
Yes.
thing of food.
Look, boo. Cabbage. What cabbage? Who went to the store?
I ain't went to the store and got it yet, so probably not cooking today.
I
Mm.
mean, I got some sausage. I'm gonna take out some chicken wingettes. All right,
When?
now I'm downstairs.
Well, some chicken. It should be some chicken. Sorry, y'all. You saying the stream, but it should be some chicken wings in the sink.
Mm.
Oh, some chicken wings in the sink. No, they gone.
Well, where they go with?
I don't know. What were they in?
They were in a plastic bag. See if they're in the refrigerator somewhere.
They put some legs. I'm gonna look in the refrigerator. He goes some. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I gotta
Yeah,
eat.
Kiara, you just, I
We
mean,
interrupted the whole stream. Talking about
interrupted.
chicken
Anyway, what
fried.
I was saying was that I mean, I was concerned about your how you dealt with your anger, and so I had talked to Come. I said, "Come, look, come." I mean, like, I feel like you. I mean, if something got to be done about that, because like I wasn't scared for me. I was more scared for you because you was very upset and you just took your glasses and just took them and just broke in half. It was like with your hand and just like, "Urgh," you know. And so I was just like, oh, I mean, Coleman. I mean, I think you really like got to seriously talk to Tanya about that.
Right,
Because that's serious.
right.
To me, it was serious.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like,
It is serious.
Hmm.
yeah, it was serious. And I was just like, he shouldn't have to go to school like that. So I'm just,
Mm-hmm.
me for. I mean, I didn't know if he had talked to you about it or not. I didn't really got a real good response with it because Coleman kind of like, you know, he kind of process stuff differently than I do. So, I'm just like, okay, I didn't like that. So, I'm on panic mode, and he's just like mellow, like, oh my God, something's wrong. Just like
As
okay.
he always is.
So that's why I was had an issue with where you about during that time. I was like, you know,
Yeah,
and the suicide tendency issues. I mean. No, I didn't. No one ever told me anything like that.
yeah.
So I didn't
Like
like.
that's what I was asking. Is like, did you ever knew about him?
No,
Like,
no. I mean, I knew that you were. I mean, in middle school, you was very angry. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what
mm,
I equated. When you told me asked about suicidal, that's what I equated about. Okay, that.
right. I mean, it started around middle school because at that time all my friends were gone.
Yeah.
All of them were gone.
Mhm.
The friends that I did have, no offense to Deshaun or Brandon, they weren't the best at the time.
Mhm.
They weren't. I mean, they look. We looked out for each other when we can, but
Mhm.
we weren't the best of people. We weren't even people yet. And at that time period, I have never been insulted and
Right.
touched inappropriately ever in my life until that point. And my mom had nothing to do with the school for the first time in a
Mm-hmm.
long time. So it's not like I could go to her and be like, this this kid groped me, this kid like touched my hair, this kid did this or that. And if I did do that, like that's why when I choked that girl out in 7th grade, I didn't get in trouble for it. Cause the teacher was just like, now I know and we all know that he doesn't do anything. So that means everybody pushed him to that point. It
Mm-hmm.
was a literal blackout moment of 1 minute I was in the desk destroying the pencil in my hand. Next second, my hands were around this girl's neck, pushing her against the wall. And I had never felt like at that time I was just like, I'm never gonna hit a woman. You're not supposed to do that. So when I did that, like trying to hurt another girl, it was the most shameful thing I felt in that year. Just period. Now, other than that, it got worse in high school because we're growing up. Puberty is a thing. And I don't know why I grew up to be so socially awkward. I have no, I can get clues to why, but every time I'm thinking about it, it's like my family wasn't like bad or terrible for me to be socially awkward. Jalen was fine. Kiara was fine. So why am I not okay? Then, then the worst part about high school is the people that I thought were my people weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would find out too late. And then it just felt like I was alone out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge problem. And then it was just like, and that, as much as it shouldn't be, that affected my grades. That affected a lot of things. There was a time period to where I forgot to eat. It was just a bad time. And I think at my worst point, like, was when me and Kiara moved out of the house. Now I told Dad about this, but I haven't told y'all, and he told me that he wouldn't tell y'all because one, he was scared that it would make Gloria cry, and second, it would make y'all scared. But I'm in a good place. But back then, I was trying to kill myself 100%. And no offense, Kiara, but us moving out was a part of the reason to why I wanted to move out. Because it's really hard to take yourself out if
Yeah.
your grandma's right there and your mom is over
Mm-hmm.
there. And since you would hardly come into my room anyways, you probably wouldn't know I would be gone until like 2 to 3 days.
But my thing is, why did you feel that? Why did you feel like you needed to do that?
I was tired. That is the best way to put it. I was tired. There was no way out. I was
Ain't
working at
nobody say
a
nothing.
yeah. Oh wait, is that up? Is that right there? That's
No.
uh. So I was tired. I was working at a job that I hated, and the people above me didn't care. I could try really hard. I mean, sweating bullets that it would burn my eyes, and they would still say, "Coleman, if you don't pick up the pace, you're going to get fired."
Mhm.
I felt my body slowly breaking down. I broke up with Vivian not too long prior to that. And part of the reason why I broke up with her was just like, okay, I can't kill myself and have a girlfriend at the same time. That's unforgivable because what is she gonna do when she finds out that I'm dead and that she's been with me the entire time? She's gonna put some of that blame on herself. So I'm cutting that relationship 100%. I ruined my friendship with Rick at the time to get him away from me. I
Mm-hmm.
did a bunch of things that I'm like I would never do unless I am out for everyone to distance themselves away, and I had to do it. And then it was that one night Curtis came through and was just like, Coleman, now I'm trying to help you out, but if you don't pick up the pace, we're gonna have to let you go. And then the day after that, I was working to the bone. And then I made one mistake, and that like to the point to where they were just like, Coleman, what are you doing? And I stepped into the break room. I wrote. Rick a long. He'll if he ever talks to y'all, I wrote him a long message detailing my all my plans, why I did the things I did, and that I loved him. It was just like I'm leaving tonight. I can't do it no more. And Curtis heard me sniffling in the break room. He came in and was just like, Coleman, what's going on? I bursted into tears and was just like, I want to die. I can't do this. Like at that time period, I think my friend JJ, he killed himself in prison. And on top of that, a guy I would love to watch, he killed
Nobody
himself
saying
a week
nothing, Milton.
beforehand. So at that point, I was just beaten. And then I told Dad about this many times. It's like, as like the only man in the immediate family, I feel like I'm not living up.
Can y'all hear him? Cause I
I
can't.
muted
No, his
myself.
thing unplugged.
Yeah,
Oh,
I felt like, okay, where was I at? Where did y'all last hear? Because I accidentally muted myself.
you felt like you wasn't living up, and then it.
Yeah, I wasn't living up to the potential of a man who has the Randolph name. Period.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm working at a Walmart, but what? But this isn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be
Mhm.
successful in college. Did
Mhm.
not work. Did not work at
Well, don't
all.
beat yourself up about that, cause I went in school all my life. I
Right,
just got together at a later age in life. Okay.
right. But
Mhm.
all
So the
that,
thing, nobody makes you do. You don't need to do nothing you don't want to do at that point, because if you try to do something like that, go to school and you're not ready, you're not gonna do anything.
right.
Mhm.
You're not gonna do anything because you're not ready to go and commit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know. And then as far as your
Mhm.
suicidal tendencies, you have a whole network right here.
right.
You could have talked to
Mhm.
Gloria. You could have talked to me, your daddy, like you did talk to.
Yeah.
What made you not decide to end it? That's what I want. What made you decide? Okay, I'm not going to do it today.
All because of Rick. Thank him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was going to be that. No, I was like, the moment I get home, the moment I get dropped off, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God he woke up and he called me. I was still working. He was calling me, and he messaged me back, and he was just like, "Bro, why didn't you tell me any of this?" Like, pretty just like, why you do all this?
Mm-hmm.
And the moment I got home, he called me, and he was crying to me. He was just like, "Please don't ever do that again, dog. Like, what am I supposed to do if you're dead?" He went from
Mm-hmm.
hating me. He never hated me, but he was really
Mm-hmm.
angry.
Mm-hmm.
He let all that go in a split second.
Mm-hmm.
And then his mom talked to me. And then when she found out what was going on, because Rig's family, at least up to his mom, she knows who I am. His dad, he doesn't speak English at
Okay.
all, so he would only know like little bits and pieces. But I've talked to his mom before. When his mom found out I did all those things to him, she knew from that point forward. She was like, "That doesn't sound like him. Something's wrong."
Right.
So she talked to me for a long time. I burst into tears to her on the phone. I was a real mess. And at that point, she was just like, "Whenever you can, I'll pay for you. Me and Ricky will pay for you to come down here and be with us for a week." And that's where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
From way back when. Now, my whole thing, I couldn't do it when I needed to because, again, Walmart was killing me. And then at that point, I don't remember when I told Dad about this. It was a good length of time after that point that I told him. But I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do it. Like I have a whole nother family that would get affected by it if I were to do it, than just my own. But that was a terrible time. Like there are things that I have to suffer from now because of what I did years ago. That I have to chalk it up. Like I wanted to talk to Vivian again, but she's never gonna talk to me again after what I did. Ever. So yearly I would write her messages of apology, just like a repentance type thing to be like, every year I want you to know that I still haven't forgotten about you and I still haven't forgiven myself for what I did. And if you never message me again, I understand. And it's just been that way for every year. Like that's just my punishment that I have to deal with. Now, after Walmart, after they fired me for nothing though, like in a very scheming way to get rid of me, I was like, okay. Then I kind of built up Dad's mentality of I never want to work under anybody ever again. This is abysmal. Like I can't believe this happened. Like I've beaten my body up, dealt with a lot of crap in this place, and you guys can not only make sure not just fire me, but make sure I can't get hired anywhere else? Okay. And there was that time period for a few months where I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I enjoy gaming easily. Just I've done it all my life. Let me try streaming for a little bit. Ended up going really like I didn't start talking to y'all about help until I was an affiliate, which means after I was pretty much working for Twitch part time. Then I started going to y'all. It's just like, okay, can you guys help me get this, this, and that? Until then, all I had was my PS4. No computer, no webcam, no nothing.
You'll start?
Oh, grandma's in the background.
Hey, Kiara, what you doing?
About to season the chicken.
Oh, you found the chicken wings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We gonna put them on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you put my turkey leg on the grill too?
Mm-hmm.
On the grill?
No, I think after
Here's the thing. Let me talk to you about this thing.
Okay.
So you have a lot of us here.
Right.
Why do you feel like you couldn't come to us? You have at least
5.
4 people that you could have come to before you got to that point way over there somewhere.
Wait,
into that deep, dark hole.
And that point, we was across the hall.
Right, she was across the hall. We're all here. All your folks here, your sisters, wish you could reach her. So why do you feel like you couldn't come to us? Period. Why do you feel like you just couldn't?
Right.
Because we've all lost jobs before. We've all been badgered on the job. I sure did. This last one I'm on right now.
Right.
I know it won't not but the good Lord, because I know I was about to leave that job. Because I did not like management. Did not like them. They were pretty much bullies. Pretty much. They were. They were pretty much bullying. And as I've talked to other people on the job, I found out that, okay, it wasn't just me.
Right.
The ones that's remaining, that's how they treated all of them. You know, in a sense, you know. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, you have a support system that you never used.
Right.
Because you never came to us, you know. Either way, you never came to any of us. So we had no clue, you know. Right. Yeah, we would have told you, oh, if you couldn't stay in Walmart anymore, then you'd be like, look, I am about to lose it. I can't stay here no more.
Right.
We would have had, of course, to help pay the rent.
Right.
but you wouldn't have been put in that bind where you. I know how it feels to hate to go to a job. I know how it feels. And it don't feel good. It's like you got weights on your shoulders,
Yep.
weights on your legs. Cause I
Yep.
had to walk up, I gotta walk upstairs. I felt like I could literally move my legs to get out of the car, just to sit in the parking lot and
Yep.
just sit there and say, why? Why did I ever leave the job that I had before? But I was getting to a point like them either.
Yep.
But I was like, I mean, I didn't like them either.
Yep.
The management, she sucked. She did. She sucked. She was two-faced. And she had the nerve to tell me to my face that because the nurse practitioner was leaving, we knew she was leaving, and she had the nerve to call me in one of the doctor's office rooms and tell me one morning, well, Tony's leaving, so we have another person coming, but you're gonna have to see if you can find another job.
Oh.
I already had a car, because I had just got my car, my little white car. So
Yeah.
I just got in that car. And how do I supposed to feel about that?
Right.
You don't tell people that. I mean, because I know y'all could have worked me here, there, and everywhere, But she literally told me that to my face that, you're going to have to search other employment because when Tony leaves, then, it's pretty much like I'm going to have a job. So I had like 2 months at that point to find me another job. And I just went right online. I looked at her. I said, okay. Because they want to see you cry, but they won't get my tears. They won't get, I don't care how hurt I was. I was hot, but they won't get them tears. They won't worthy of my tears. I was like, I found me another job. And I said, further with me, I don't care where I work. Because it ain't all about no prestige thing to me, even though I had a degree. But if I had to go to work, I had to go to work. And I went online, and that's when I applied for ECU and a whole lot of other, whatever I could apply for, I just applied. I just applied. And honey, when ECU called me, like within that week I had applied and they called me, honey, I wrote 2 letters of resignation, one to the nurse manager and one to the office manager. I wrote 2. Then she got the nerve to tell me, you didn't have to leave. You don't have
Fuck
to leave. I'm
you.
saying,
Oh,
girl.
my bad.
Yeah, that's right. But I want to say something else, but I know I didn't always say what I was going to say. But I was like, really, lady? You the one who told me I need to find another job. You told me. So I'm not going to sit and just work up to the end. Because when you tell me something, I'm going to react off of it and I'm going to do what I had to do, which is what you should have done. When it got to that point, we would have just had to bite the bullet and pay the rent so y'all credit wouldn't be bad. But you don't let no job break you down like that. You don't, no. And I don't know what other things were going on in your life or whatever, but you have a support system. You have all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You have all of us. Yeah, I would have been fussing saying, how you gonna move out and then you don't want to work, but we won't gonna let you sit there and not help Kiara pay the rent.
Right.
We all just had to bite that bullet and help pay that cotton picking rent for that until that year lease was up or whatever.
Right. But that's also the reason why.
But you never came. The thing is, you never came to us, and we're here.
Right.
And I want the audience to know that we are here for the kids and for each other.
Right.
We're here. But you never came to us. So, yeah, I would have felt like crap for the rest of my days had you been successful at what you was trying to do because we were here and you keeping all this stuff in and not letting us know anything. We don't know because you always in your room on the game, because that's what you normally do anyway. Right. But you never let anybody know. And that's what happened to folks that are successful with suicide because they don't let the family know most of the time. I'm sure the family doesn't know. And so then they go ahead and kill themselves. And then the parents are like, what in the world? I'm sitting right here with them. And, they're covering up. Don't be covering up nothing. Don't cover it up because something make you sick. It makes you sick. Right. And I felt that I know how you feel because like I said, the job I'm on right now, thank the Lord blessed us, conquer and divided. and everything, and we got the one bad apple out, the other apple couldn't stand alone. Now she's gone, and we are in heaven right now. It's like it's just totally the atmosphere is like totally different, like totally different. So I know how it feel to go to a job and hate the job. I know. But you can't take your life because of that.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah.
don't have any other issues because you don't have no children you have to raise. You ain't got none of that stuff to worry about. So I mean, we are here, and we're here. And I've always told you was here. If you need some help, come talk to me. But you never came to
Right.
us. You never came to went to Gloria. You didn't come to me. You didn't go to Kiara. You didn't go to your daddy. You didn't go to Shay. You didn't go to your grandma. You got all access to us, but you never came to us, and you shouldn't have chosen to hold that in like that.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of the reason why I did that to begin with is, I guess, chalk it all up to self expectations. Like, self expectations to the point of, I'm a grown man, first and foremost. Like, at this point, who hasn't worked a job that you absolutely despise? And I can't. Now, if I were probably still at the house, like this one, I would have quit on my own merits. But now I
Mm-hmm.
have to, like, me and Kiara, we are a team in which I need to make sure that we can still have the house. Because in my
Mm-hmm.
head, I'm like, where's she gonna go? No,
Mm-hmm. But
wasn't
she
thinking that
had a
clearly.
home.
No, no, no. You
She
see,
had somewhere to
I
go.
wasn't thinking clearly because in
Oh
my,
Right.
because
no.
like you guys moved out, right? So I'm thinking like this is a place where people move in and take up space and they rent that space out. But where is Kiara going to go if I'm gone? And so me and her, we were like that entire time. I was like, I need to make sure that I can at least, because as a man as a whole, you don't want to feel useless at all. Like you,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's that sense of a man should want to lead. Just period. Not saying that we have to be macho, but to lead to make sure that we are the legs that can support everybody else. Because when dad dies, God forbid, I'm left. I have to take his spot. At least
But
that's
you don't
been
have to. That you don't. No, you do not. You don't have to fill in for nobody.
right.
You don't have to do that.
And I know,
Okay.
look, I
You don't
know,
need to feel that way because you don't have to do that.
right. But
You don't have to.
in my head though, like the way
Mm-hmm.
it's been for the longest time, it's like I want to be his successor.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to be not be like him in a character sense, but do what he
Mm-hmm.
does in the sense of I want to be able to hold my family up to know that when things go down, I can support, I can make sure that the ship is okay now that the captain is gone, and I can make sure
Mm-hmm.
that you guys don't have to worry about nothing. My sisters don't have to worry about nothing. My grandma, I hope she lives longer, doesn't have to worry about nothing either. That everybody
Mm-hmm.
will be okay. Not saying that I have to be the only thing holding us afloat, but for me to be an asset to the clan as a whole. And I didn't feel that way. I really
Mm-hmm.
did. And it's you can't really go to somebody about that because that I not to sound sexist, I just felt like that's a man type of thing to think about. Like you don't you I have no problem of having women or a woman support me, but I also want to feel like when the chips fall and something goes wrong, that I'm a rock to make sure that everyone is going to be okay. I felt none of that. And I was just like, I am 22.
Mm-hmm. Just 22.
Just
Just
22.
22. Oh Lord have mercy. You put too much pressure on yourself. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the thing is that a whole part about being in a family it's a family. It's not. It's a unit. It's a group of people, right?
Right.
And you're there to help each other out when you need help. Okay, so my thing is like, I'm like telling you why you ain't gonna talk to me about it. I
Right.
don't understand. There's never ever a point wherever I've tried to make you feel like you can never come to me about things. I am. I'm a person. I am a little like I I I, I expect you to do great things because you're a great person. I
Mhm.
mean, you know, but I don't want to put the pressure that you have to be some kind of Messiah, up here,
Right.
just be able to do everything. But you can't. I mean, that's too much pressure to put on
Mm-hmm.
yourself. That's just too much. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
growing up. You're always growing up. Shayla's growing up. And like I was telling you this morning on the phone, like, look, you, Kiara, and Shayla, and you and Shayla and Kiara is y'all is a family. You know what I'm saying? Once me and Tanya and Rudy, if we gone, you know what I'm saying? Y'all is got to look out for each other.
Oh, easily.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not just you looking out for them. They gotta look out for you too. You gotta look out for each other. So
Mm-hmm.
you put too much pressure on yourself about being just some great thing up here because your dad's not no great Messiah. Don't get me wrong, he's a good guy.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's a great guy. He's a great dad, and y'all got the best of the best. However,
Mm-hmm.
he's not perfect. Okay,
Oh, for
so
sure.
I think and that you're not perfect, and so you have to understand that since you're not perfect, I mean, okay, you're still learning. You're only 20 some years old. You still got a lot to learn. Don't put that much pressure on yourself where it's like, I have to do this. But my thing with you is like, it's kind of like you box yourself in. Like I was telling you this morning, you kind of box yourself into this one thing. It's like if it's not perfectly fit in your square fit, it doesn't work. You have to be open your mind and be accepting of different things.
Mhm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where you got kind of mixed up at. No one's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Everybody has flaws. I mean, I went to school for respiratory therapy and did not make it, and that crushed me. I mean, I really, really worked hard at that. And I was like, that really hurt me when I didn't make it because I really worked hard at that. Then I was like, I ain't going to school no more. They're like, you know what? Yes, I am. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
that's why I ended up in medical assistant school. Okay. And it worked
Valedictorian.
out for me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to understand you're going to fall down in life.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to fall down and you get up, dust yourself off, and start again. Because if you stay down, what is that going to accomplish?
Never
Not
gonna
accomplish.
grow. Just gonna
You're
be
never
just
gonna,
right
right.
there.
You're never gonna learn. You're never gonna grow. You're never gonna do anything. So
Yep.
it's just like, don't be so hard on yourself, but
Yep.
still get and try. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta have that balance. You gotta have that balance. Like, okay, if I know I can't do this, let's try something different. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So you have to like be able to accept, okay, I'm gonna fall down. Okay. Everybody has fallen. Your dad, me, your mom. Everyone
Girl,
has
I done
fallen
failed
down.
so many times, honey, 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 honey.
Get up and
Mm.
dust yourself off and start back over. And the
Mm-hmm.
number one thing I want you to say is never, ever, ever feel like you can't ever come talk to us about anything because
Yep.
phone's always on. I mean, if it's at work, I probably can answer you right then, but I'm gonna call you
Right.
back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So never get to the point where it's like you can always feel like you can't talk to us because that's never you don't know.
Right.
Look, we work
Right.
hard for you to feel like you can't talk about it. We personally made this unit for y'all to have to talk to. So you
Mm-hmm.
okay? There's no you can't no
Right.
no.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm
We
just
are here. We are
right. Don't
here.
never feel like you
Period.
can't talk to us about stuff. Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, believe it or not, I mean, we all been through things. I mean, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I come from getting a GED to where I'm at now. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, things are you're gonna go through stuff, you're gonna fall down, it ain't gonna work out. You gotta learn from the experience, and then get up, dust yourself off, and do something different until
Mm-hmm.
you find what works for you. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how it is dating, and that's how it is, and just everything.
Yep.
You just gotta figure out what works. I mean,
Yep.
just don't work. Do something different. Just don't work. Do something different.
Yep.
But don't always think that if you don't make it, it's detrimental. No, it's not.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, no, you shouldn't do that to yourself.
No, because that's too much pressure. You don't even have no children. You put pressure on yourself like you got 4 or 5 kids and everything.
Right.
Well,
No,
hmm.
you don't have that. You don't have that. You just have to, just. But my thing, I mean, know what works for you, but don't box yourself into a point you can't grow.
Mm-hmm.
You want you to grow, but you know, just don't work. Try something else.
Mhm.
So this
You
is
know
why
what
I
I'm
tell you to go to school and get a piece of paper.
saying?
I tell you to
Right.
go to school. You don't have to go for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You don't have to do that. But you can get a certificate, and that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna make you feel like you have achieved something.
Right.
Something.
Even,
Like I
even
said,
you
a 3 month. It can be a 6 week something. I mean, but you got a piece of paper because you're so smart. You're so
right,
freaking smart. I wish you would just
right.
pass on that brain juice to me or something. You're just so
I told
smart. So
I
it's
told you
like,
before.
it's
I
like
told you
just
before. Spread it because Vine is around. I mean, stop letting it stay in your room. I mean, let the world see what you have. Like it's like you got so much to offer. You can't just
mm-hmm,
stand in your box and not, just keeping it there. The world
mm-hmm,
wants, what I'm saying? Just get out there and just blossom. I mean, you
mm-hmm,
can just go on to the Google website. They got Google services. They got all sorts of tips you can do for free.
mm-hmm,
Just, just things out there. You gotta use your resources and use, especially your online platform. Use it to your advantage. To,
mm-hmm,
spread this stuff out there.
mm-hmm. Because you did good in school. You did well in school. Actually, you might not even realize it, but you really did do well in school. You really did. You got it. You really got it.
Yeah.
You got the speaking game down pat. I mean, it takes a lot to be a speaker. And you
Mm-hmm.
are a speaker, you use all the right words, and I mean the cool words. I mean, like, what is he talking about? But it's just like all the right words. You know how to use them. You know how to say them properly. I mean, you got it. You got it. You just don't even realize. You
Yeah.
don't even realize what you have.
You
Like
gotta
she said,
find a
you
way.
just keeping it closed in. Let that
Right.
stuff out. Like I
Mhm.
told you. I mean, look, I would look. Hey, I'm a witness to school. I was in school from the time I was 16, and I finally got it together when I was in my 40s. So hey, I went in and out, in and out, in and out, in, out, in, out, out, in, out. I mean, just I drove my mama crazy because I kept going, and then I come out, then I jump back in, I jump back out. I try. I'm like, girl, I tried the nursing thing twice, didn't do nothing. Because I wasn't mentally ready for that. Honestly, I wasn't
Right.
ready. So I agree that you need to go when you're ready. But you're
Mm-hmm.
so smart. You're just so smart, and I don't think you even realize it, but you really are. And like I said, pick up a trade. A trade is
Super
about a
hard at this
month or so, a month and a half, or something, and build from that. Just build from that. Build from that. Because hey, if you don't want to be in school a year, hey, I feel you. I feel you totally because the same thing happened to me. I ain't want to be in school a whole long time because I get bored quick, real
Mm-hmm.
quick. So
Mm-hmm.
just do something so you can have your piece of paper to hang on the wall or hang up here on your grandma's table, whatever, but just have something because you're just so smart. You're just so freaking smart. All you guys are smart. You guys are really, really smart. You guys did music. Y'all never practice, ever practice. But y'all can
I
play by any instrument in the band. I mean, y'all got it. You really have it. You really have it. You really do. You just don't have a clue. Don't have a clue what y'all got. And you think Shayla's the smart one, but she's probably not. But Shayla kept going. You guys stop. You probably are the smartest one. Honestly.
Mm.
You are probably the smartest one.
But
The
see,
smartest one.
what works for her. She found out what works for her, and she found what she loved to do,
Right.
and she kept going. You just
Right.
gotta
She didn't
what
stop.
works, right, you gotta figure out what works for you, what your niche
Mm-hmm.
is, and then keep building on that niche, and then you'll get it. That's
Yep.
why I keep going on the phone. Like, look, dude, branch out. All
Oh,
these gaming companies in Greenville,
that's a
branch
fact.
out and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh, he getting ready to go to work. Lord, we done talk 4 hours.
I said,
We done talk forever, ever. I mean, here, boy. But it's the truth. I mean, we're telling. Listen to it. She's telling. Look, learn from us if nobody else.
right.
Learn from us.
Well,
Just learn
no,
from us.
you
I
brought
mean,
up
we've been there, done that.
Yeah, I
now.
mean,
We
you
have
have to
failed.
figure
She's
out
trying
what
to tell you
works.
we have failed. I failed a couple, 2, 3, 4 times. I mean, hey, I don't know. Failed, but hey, I said, okay, I got to do something. And it got to the point where every little job you get, it want to close up or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I got to get it together because I got to find something that I can kind of take anywhere with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when it was crunch time for me. It was like crunch. I had to do something. I had to
Mm-hmm.
do something. I really had to get myself together. But when I went to school as an older adult, I was a way better student. Way better student. Way better. Because I was just trying to be cute in school when I was younger. Just try to wear cute clothes, wear some high heel shoes, skirts, and everything. Won't try to learn that. Just went in there trying to be cute. I'll tell you about myself. I was just trying to be cute, hair done, perm, you know. But it won't like I want about that life when I got older because I could care less about that stuff then. I was like, okay, I got to do something here. I got to do something, you know. And so that's what made me go to school. Well, actually, one night, um, Willamette was on TV with their little commercials and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna send something in because I was gonna do either the dental assistant stuff or the medical assistant. And then the lady talked to me, and so we chose the medical assistant path, which I'm glad I chose that one now because I wouldn't like people mouths and stuff. I know I wouldn't like that. But like she was saying, we're here with a support system. We're here to support all y'all, whatever y'all want to do. We're supporting you now. We supporting you now.
Mhm.
You know. But what she said is come out of the shell, come on out of that shell and explore. But you're doing well now because he's going to the gym, but he's doing more of that now. So he is getting out more now.
Yeah, and
So
that's why I
just
like.
keep trying little things, just
Um,
little things,
I'm trying
and
to
you'll be good.
I'm actually getting the wait, is that yeah, that's right there. The reason why I'm trying to get my permit and stuff and get my license is to actually help him out.
And
Um
that's great.
like
Keep it in the
going
family.
right, keep it in the family doing
Mm-hmm.
he just like why don't because in his opinion I'm the best one for the job.
Surely,
Mm-hmm.
I
Now
could.
exact like in a sense of I can sit there and do what he does and he wants to build me up to the point to where when I walk into one of the men's homes or whatever homes they're going to
Mm-hmm.
treat me like they treat him.
Right.
Now I'm like I can easily do that. And
Mm-hmm.
it was me and him in the car and it was after I bought off my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like where that this Alienware that's actually better than that computer right there that we kept in the closet for God knows how long. I didn't even notice
Mm-hmm.
until I actually ran it. It was just like this is better, 100%
Mm-hmm.
better. Now after I did all that, he was just like, "Now this is what I was telling Gloria and your mom about you. The fact that I know that if you have the money to do so, you'll handle your business. And because of that, I want you to help me with this. And that's why I've been pushing you to get your license." At that moment, after that conversation, I broke out of the fear and was just like, let me just go on ahead and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do it. Let me
Mm-hmm.
go on
Mm-hmm.
ahead and do it. Because at that point, I was just like, I'm terrified of driving. But
Mm-hmm.
there's how long can I drag this fear out before it just has
I
to
was
happen?
too. I was too. I was scared to death. But I had to do something.
Right.
You know, I had to do something because think about if I didn't have no driver's license, what, you know,
Right.
who knows? I mean, you know, it would have just been pitiful. I mean, honestly, it would have been pitiful.
I got
So
my
yeah,
driver's license late too. I mean, I get my driver's license I was like 20 something. I mean, heck, when I started working at hard, I was still walking to work.
Right.
mm-mm.
But you know,
I
I
was
get to
like
take
20
away.
something. I was like 19 or 20 before I got my driver's license.
Right,
I,
and I was like, but see, I've been driving, but you know, in the country, you know, you can drive without a license back in my day. You didn't need
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
like you could drive. Your cousin use your car, don't matter. Even that's back in them days, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, I been had could drive, but I just didn't never went around and got no license. So I just decided to go get them one day. I was gonna get my license. But you know, nowadays a little bit more steps to your license. But you know, back in the day, you go get your license, you be driving. You had to have no
Yep.
insurance stuff like that.
Yep. Sure did. Sure
You
did. Now
know,
you got to have all that stuff. All
all
that
that.
stuff.
Now,
But
So,
yeah.
w- like when it comes to the license, that's his own thing. With me going to the gym, I'm just sitting there like, okay, let's keep it honest. Everyone in the family is overweight.
mhm.
Everybody, everybody.
Yes, especially be
Now,
plump.
now, if me, like, okay, no, this gym has multiple reasons why. One of them is being a streamer means you're an influencer of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Hmm.
rather be the type that's like, you're talking to a guy who was shit in middle school. In a sense, like I couldn't talk to nobody out there, couldn't connect with any of the kids. And that
Mm-hmm.
that was a that was a prolonged problem. That was like all the way back in daycare. Used to hide behind mom every day. She dropped me off. I would go behind her and ask her not to leave, and she would leave me every single day.
I had to leave
You had
behind.
so she'd leave me every day, and I would try to connect with the kids, and they didn't want to play with me. So I would sit off and cry in a corner somewhere. I went from that kid to being in senior year where I'm just like, I don't care about any of y'all. That was probably my most free year ever. Ever. I was about to pop off on a couple of students that was on my back for the longest. Was about to have a fight with Alex on the bus. Multiple things. I was just like, I don't care about any of y'all because what are y'all gonna do to me? Like, you guys are children. The moment you leave this high school, I will never see your faces ever again. Why should I care about what y'all got to say about me? So there was that. You would go from a kid who thought I couldn't fit in anywhere to a guy, and I mean couldn't fit anywhere, overweight, bad diet, couldn't stay consistent, failed college. Just like, okay, I failed college. Now let me pick up on everything else. I'm gonna be fit. I'm gonna groom myself. I'm gonna be not an inspiration, but in a sense of showing people I started from the bottom, straight up. I wasn't born with a spoon fed in my mouth. My family. I was grown when I realized and thought about it. Was like, wow, I lived in a low class family this entire time.
Yep. I look. I was about 19. I was like,
Right. Just like, wait a minute. Yeah, in my head, it was a middle class home. In
Right. Well,
my
hey, I
head,
grew up the same. I thought the
I was
same
just like,
thing too. I
I
was
just,
grown when I found out that I was poor.
ugh.
I didn't know, you
I'm
know.
sorry. I always knew I was poor the whole time. Okay, I mean, I have no issues. My mama used to
Mhm.
get the food. You know, the food stamps that came in books. They used to get the food stamps that
Yeah,
came in
yeah.
mail. You know what I'm saying? But she bought. Look, she bought. We got food stamps, but she bought top brand stuff. Okay, ain't no. She ain't bought no off brand stuff, not whatsoever. But
Mhm.
I knew that we were how we are. We were poor. She's a single mom with 3 kids, so
Mhm.
she trying
Mhm.
to make it. So
Like, but
yeah,
if I could get fit, I'm talking about like from really chunky to fit it helped my dad get fit too. Because I'm really
Mhm.
worried about. I mean, I joke about it all the time, and Shaylin, I can hear her scoffing at it. She takes it to heart. But I'm like, y'all need to realize. I mean, y'all too are losing weight naturally. I'm not worried about y'all. I'm talking about the others now. Just like you can feel I'm beautiful and all that, no matter my size, all you want. But you need to realize your health is directly affected by your weight. You say your knees hurt? Well, it will hurt less if you weighed less and if you used your muscles all the time. I couldn't squat for shit a few months ago. And now I sat there, I was looking for my keys at Kowalski's house. I was squatting down like this on the ground for a couple of minutes without feeling nothing. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, because every day I went, I did my arms, my legs, and then I would work on my chest and sometimes my
Mm-hmm.
back. That's all I did, and I would hammer it home all the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
It did it.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
I'm cool with you going to the gym and you're influencing other people and stuff like that, but
right,
I want you to go to the gym and I want you to do it better because to make you feel good.
right. I mean, I
Because
do.
if you feel good, it's people gonna see that you feel good.
Right,
You have to start with you first. You have to start make sure that you do it because that's what you want to do for you and your self esteem and your feelings.
right.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
on stream right now wearing this shirt, pretty much open, no matter where I'm laying down or sitting up. Like
Mm-hmm.
Kowalski was just like, your chest is sticking out, you're walking faster. Just like, yeah, man, I feel great. I feel really good after 3 days of going to
What
the
is
gym
that, Kiara?
consist. Huh?
What is that, Kiara?
Broccoli?
Some broccoli, something.
What?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No,
All right, go
but
ahead. I'm sorry.
now I feel great, but I want to feel better. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting there like I always wanted to be fit. Young to now, so I always wanted to feel great. I want to be able to be like, yo, I can lift this up. Y'all need me to lift this up? Okay, no problem. There was I found out recently that the way you lift things and the way you hold something with your arms using completely different muscles. I could have bumps up here but unable to lift like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be the lightest thing. It's wild. So every time I lift the weights, I do the arm curls, and I go up
Mm-hmm.
this way. And
Mm-hmm.
I can see a little bit definition just doing this on camera. That wasn't
Mm-hmm.
there before. I'm like, okay, like
Mm-hmm.
this feels great. Just
Now you know what it's
little
That's
gonna
shit.
great.
be. If
Look,
you get 50 on the girls gonna come look at your stream because they're gonna want to
that
see them
again,
promotions and stuff.
advertisement.
You know
That's
what
right,
I'm saying?
Yeah, advertisement is
advertisement,
exactly.
advertisement. No,
Mm-hmm.
but literally just sit there and be like, Dad, now you seen me. Now I'm gonna get you right too because you're getting older. I got time. You don't. I want you to live as long as you can. Now, y'all two are always steadily going down. Gloria's weight is actually closer to mine. I think you weigh less than me now? Or
Mm-hmm.
if I weigh less than you, it's not by much at
Mm-hmm.
all. So you're in the clear in my book. Ma, I think weighs less than me, period.
Yeah, Tanya's skinny now.
Like
Mm-hmm. I'm
just
really not skinny though. I really weigh. I weigh a lot. Yeah, I weigh a lot.
I think
I
me
think
and
I got heavy bones or something.
I think me and Shaylin like neck and neck right now.
oh yeah. I think
So
you either weigh a little less or a little more than she does. But I'm
wow.
just sitting there, no, because it worries me when people are, well, no, when Shaylin was sitting there like, our body is fine. I'm like, no, it's not. You complain constantly, and that affects it. It's not,
But
look,
that's the conclusion she gonna have to come to herself, and she gonna have to like figure out on her own. She gonna have. I mean, yeah, but I mean, maybe she's okay now, but maybe down the road she be like, okay, I need
Yeah.
to
I
work
know,
on
but
it.
when that's the
It'll click in her
problem.
brain, but maybe
Yeah,
she just ain't focused on that because she's in school, kind of, and
I
she's kind
mean,
of like trying to
true,
get finished,
true, but
and that's
like
a lot to do.
my whole thing is, it sounds like it's coming off as I'm talking about your attractiveness. No, the clan looks good whether we're fat as hell or not. That's just, I have no worries about that.
Mm-hmm.
My sisters have the perfect face to be thin. I mean, I really don't want them to be thin, but to be fit
Me either.
or to be chunky, their face golden, no matter what. Nothing stopping that. There's nothing I can do to that unless they do surgery on themselves and screw it up themselves. But
That's why, cause
that's,
they got pretty mamas. So what you
I
think?
mean, that's what I'm saying. But that
Mm-hmm.
moving it along though, like I'm just sitting there like, okay, but still, I'm worried about your health at the end of the day. Like I'm still eating like junk food and all that, but I'm eating less. I'm drinking more water.
Yep.
If
You
I can
are.
go to the gym, I'm going to the gym. If Kowalski's like, yo, man, you want to go? Unless I ask him and he said no, so I made plans already, then I'm
Mm-hmm.
going. No matter if I'm
Mhm.
doing not that much or if I'm doing a lot. At least I went and I did my arms, my legs, my chest, and my back. Because I've always been self conscious about my chest. And my
Mm-hmm.
back needs work, period. Just
Ooh,
point
excuse
blank.
me.
Now, with that being said, right? If all of us can get like when Shaylin's not thinking about that maybe because she's in school and whatnot. But then I'm like, okay, but when you're older, doing this is gonna get harder for you. So it's like you can prolong it as much as you want, but I'm worried for you. Like if you're telling me that you're getting close to having diabetes and whatnot, what makes you think I'm not gonna tell you go work out? You don't even have to go to the gym because it's COVID. I understand if you don't want to go. I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
problem wearing mask while working out, but other people might, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do something, please. Like it's killing me out here. Kiara talk about her back be hurting sometimes. Like you have a lot, you have a huge chest, and you have a lot of weight as well. So if you're gonna have a huge chest and you're just born with that, the thing that can help you with that is working out your back muscles because that's your support. That's what keeps you. That's what keeps your posture upright. There's something else I wanted to say.
Well, it
Cause I
sounds like
could
we all
do
need to get a family membership.
Honestly,
it.
honestly, I would not mind that
I
one
think
bit.
I still have one actually. I got to check and see. I need to really check on that because we was paying and then they stopped us because it was everything had shut down. I need to check my bank statement to see if they even. I don't even. I really because I don't think they even taken out for it anymore.
I
Hmm.
canceled mine because it was too inconvenient. Like every time I went, it was like so many people. I could had to wait for a place. I guess the time I was going was kind of like high peak or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What time would you usually
And
go?
then I just, I just
Which
felt like I just feel like walking is more my thing. I mean,
yeah.
I love to walk, so if I do go to the gym, it probably just for just the weights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ma, tell me,
Huh?
I might have to visit the doctor because you remember working at Walmart. I couldn't walk for long periods of time after a while. It was only a problem until it wasn't a problem until after I started working there. And the
With your
doctor,
feet.
yeah, like I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about right here.
Mm-hmm. Falling
Even now,
arches.
yeah, and like I'm talking, I can be walking with Kowalski and I'd stop, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I cannot move for a second, and then I had to trudge along, but
Mm-hmm.
and when I would do the leg weights, I'm putting pressure on that. Obviously, that's where the weight is. And after doing a couple of sets, the pain starts to hit at that point too. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now I feel like this is a hazard problem because I don't want to be walking and then be a cripple in 1 second. Like, I want to make
It
sure
sounds like
that it's
it
gonna
sounds
be
like
good.
you need new shoes.
Well, no, even when I had new shoes working at Walmart, it was still happening there. Just it took more time for it to happen. But I wanted to be
Mm-hmm.
gone. Like,
It sound like your arch is falling. Is it what it is?
Mm-hmm. That would have sound like.
Take
And
a
they
water
hurt.
bottle.
They really hurt.
mm,
Water
Them
bottle.
arches fall.
Water bottle, Devon.
uh-huh.
Put it in the freezer. When you come from working out, put it in the freezer and let it freeze. And then sit on your bed and just roll your feet over the ice
That's what he told me to
bottle.
do. That's what he told me
That'll
to
help.
do. It like,
That'll help.
is there a period of time before it's just not a problem? And like, cause back then, whether I weighed less or more, I would be able to walk even to Jack's house and back home, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't happen. I mean, I would be
Yep,
tired.
you got some fallen arches, child. And them things hurt. They hurt.
Lord,
They hurt.
just
And you probably just have them because it just happens. There's nothing you can really do about besides wear the shoes like Gloria was telling you about, some with some arch support in them.
that
That's
might be something I have to invest in. Yo, that pickle look
mhm.
tasty. For real, for real. Oh, no, I wanted to ask y'all about something. A generational problem, by the way, right? So a lot of the men nowadays, and I'm fully on board with this idea. We feel, I mean, it's true that we're disposable, just straight up disposable. I mean, okay, I'm going to give you an example of something that happened recently. So there was a video of this woman being harassed by a flock of dudes, a whole
Mhm.
flock of men, and there's these two men that I watch. I give great advice, good points, all of that, and they were telling the people like, if I'm in that situation and if I was there, I would call the cops, but I won't intervene. And then people were attacking them left and right for that.
Mhm.
And then their point was, okay, let's keep it a buck. Because for some reason they think that this is a movie and shit just happens when you step in. No. What's
Mhm.
gonna happen is you're gonna get jumped, you could be killed easily by a group of people for no
Mhm.
reason but you being there at the wrong time, and then that's it for you. What are your families going to do? What's the woman you try to help going to do? She isn't going to go
Mhm.
back and make sure your family's okay. That's her life. You are just a speck, and then you're gone.
Mhm.
And the way society works is that, I mean, y'all two, I know for a fact y'all can handle your own. I've seen it. I was there to witness it. Y'all can do things by yourself. But y'all don't shit on men like that. Y'all never sit there
Mhm.
and tell dad we don't need you or something of that nature. Or like we can do good all by just on that mentality of, okay, let me put it in this way, right? There is literally women now that would just want to be a single mom,
Mhm.
not knowing what it would do to their kid to not have a dad in their life. Because I've seen Ben, perfect example of a boy who did have a father growing up, and the moment he found out what really happened between them, he couldn't even
Mhm.
see him because he died of cancer. It was too late.
Mhm.
All he has is a half brother and technically his stepmom, and that's it.
Mhm.
Because his mom kept him away from his dad. His dad had anger management issues and he worked through
Mhm.
them, but he always wanted to see him. But now he'll never get that chance. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That ripped him to shreds for a minute. Like we had a whole talk about that. And there's a
This
lot
we
of
said was Ben.
yeah,
Okay.
right.
Okay. I'm not going on. I'm just going to get me something to eat. I'm listening though.
Yeah. So like I know y'all don't do it, but it's at a point to where when I told y'all how both genders play a part in their own destruction,
Mm-hmm.
as a man myself, I feel like women nowadays are ripping us apart for any little thing it could be. I mean, it was a whole you told me growing up that like if a woman were to put her hands on me, I mean given I was a boy, so like if I were to steal off on a girl as a boy, I wouldn't get like tossed into the slammer immediately. But you were like you need to defend yourself. If a girl were to put her hands on you, you got to do something. Like you can't just sit there and take the blows. And I kind of took that and really took that to heart. So now I'm at a point to where if any woman touches me, I'm not going to like start off by like hitting them, but it's that thing of I'm going to let you know that you can't just do that to me. You know? Like if you hit someone, I feel like that's a sign of disrespect
It
to
is.
put your hands on someone like that. And this the only reason why you're doing that is because you know that society will turn a blind eye to you. And so you just have full rights to touch me like that. It's just now it's become a big thing for me. Just period. I don't like the way society is treating men. I really don't. Because for example, y'all said y'all would you guys are the best, okay? In a sense of I do have clinical depression. That's that's certified. That's been checked out. But I can go to y'all and be like, I have depression. And y'all aren't gonna just sit there and be like, no, you don't. You're just being a wimp. Go ahead and do like y'all don't do that to me. But it happens to a lot of my guy friends were treated that way. Some of them I have to talk to right now. Like we got it real bad.
Well, some
Mm.
people don't know how to handle stuff like that.
Huh? Oh,
I mean, when you tell somebody you have depression, some people don't know how to handle stuff like that.
oh yeah.
Everybody handles stuff differently.
Oh yeah, that's true. But at the same time, it's like you can't just completely like throw that away. There was also just a couple of things of. I mean, nowadays, Ma told me that if a woman were to put her hands on me like that, I would go to her, go to Kiara, go to Shayla, go to Gloria, be like, okay, she did
I'm
this.
ready.
What are we gonna do?
I'm ready.
See,
Where we going?
I'll just
gangster right there, right
be like,
there.
okay. And then my whole thing is I have Ma's temper 100%. So if a woman touches her, like I've been groped by women before, I've been sexually assaulted by women before, and I've been hit by women before. All those
What?
situations, yeah,
What?
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
In some instances, it happened in middle school or at
Mm.
school, and the teacher was right there. Other people were right there. It was a girl.
Mm.
So I'm just like, okay, now I built up a stigma, and I'm going to therapy for it because let's be honest, no matter if there's a justifiable reason for it, having a stigma against anybody is just wrong. Because
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, you're blowing up at somebody who didn't do nothing to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, nah, we're hashing this out right now. Like, however, it's that thing of I. There's one thing that'll just set me on edge immediately. That is a woman that does wrong because she thinks she can get away with it, and a man that does wrong to a woman, and it's just like, man, you are the reason why I can't go out and tell people what happened to me, and they take it seriously because you're
Mm-hmm.
acting up and you're making us all look bad. Now, I'm not saying all men need to be responsible to every man out there because that's impossible. We can't do that. You know, I'll take care of my boys and tell them how I feel about what they're doing, but that's as
Mm-hmm.
far as I can go. I'm not supposed to be the teacher of all men out there. However, I'll say this to the men out if any guys listening to me. A moment a woman put their hands on you, you need to leave.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you need to go because she
Yep.
doesn't respect you. And if she has anger management issues, and I mean like literal runs, go to
Because
therapy
some
with
of them
her.
do.
Some of them do. They can't help it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's different
Mm-hmm.
topic. You go to therapy for it. You really go into that problem. You don't just let it fester because the moment you let it fester, they think they can get away with more of it. And next thing you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's abuse. And the problem with men being
Mm-hmm.
abused is that no one takes it seriously. So when it
Mm-hmm.
happens, we're fucked. We're done for. We're stuck in that wall. And listen, that like, okay, I'm gonna put my boy out there. Anthony, I love you, bro. You know I love you to death. But you are one of those men that I'm worried about the most because the women of your children, no disrespect to her, did you dirty and wrong on so many levels. I was worried about you. I really was just like, bro, I want you to leave this woman, please. Not only because I don't like her, but she's doing you wrong. Like, really wrong. And now I have to let it go. Because now she's the mother of two of his kids.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So no matter what I say, no matter what I do, he's stuck with her forever. He didn't have my
Not
father's love.
really.
Not
Not
really.
really.
How so? Let me.
He might have to have dealings with her, but he ain't like stuck with her.
Mm,
Because he don't have to be there.
right.
He can take care of his kids.
He loves his kids now.
Right. He can take care of his kids and go move on.
Right. Now,
If she doesn't allow that, he can go through the system.
right. No, that's the problem though. The system isn't fair in that regard. It really isn't. Like he might lose the kids at the even if she's psychotic. Still
He
might.
not lose the kids. He wouldn't lose the kids as long as he was doing what he was supposed to do. He won't lose the kids. He won't.
Glow, you have an opinion on that? I don't want you to
Um,
sit there silent now.
if if he's doing what he's supposed to, he won't lose his kid. It don't work like that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm put up to that point to where you know what? A lot of my like displeasure of what's happening right now is because I grew up. Oh, he says someone says hi y'all, just jumping in. Happy Mother's Day and thank you for helping love the world and make it better. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another like Lord. Now, maybe I'm really hard on women as a whole because I grew up around only good examples. Because I'm thinking this is the bare minimum. So if this isn't, you need to correct me, but give some good reasons to why this isn't the case. Like, why is it so hard for y'all to keep your hands to yourselves, mind your
It's not that
business?
it's hard. It's just a choice.
Yeah,
Not talking to you, Milton.
like, like keep
I'm
it
not got time to go. I am too fine to be fighting somebody.
right.
I
I ain't got
know.
time to fight nobody over no man.
Mm-mm.
or blue. I mean, no. The only time I'm
Mm-mm.
gonna go close is just messing with a mature or messing with my mom. Then
Mm-hmm.
I have some issues, but I ain't trying to fight over no man.
Mm-mm.
I
Right.
ain't trying to fight
Mm-mm.
no man. I ain't trying to do any of that kind of stuff. I
Mm-mm.
love myself too well
Right.
to be trying to grabbing out here about nobody.
Mm. Folks scratching you up, cutting you. Nope, nope, nope. Mm-mm.
Mess up my pretty skin and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
me, I mean, on the sense to me, that's to me. I know it's not kind of relationship I want to be
Mm-mm.
in, and
Nope.
y'all got to grow up with that kind of relationship too. So none of y'all didn't see no mess like that. So
You're
none of
right.
y'all get involved in nobody like that.
Right.
So
Nope.
It's just that.
The
um,
first time you be gone, the very
that's
first time, don't say sorry, not just go
right.
and
Yep.
be done. Be done.
Right.
Got to take my earrings off now. But
Mm-mm.
no, no, I ain't. No, I,
Mm-mm.
I want to love and not a fighter. I just want to, no.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
my dad's was like that. Mom's and I ran away when I was 16. It's my belief now that people who hurt others are just grown up children with their needs not met.
Ooh.
Yeah, some people. I mean, they grow up
Yeah.
that like that person's dad probably grew up in that type of environment,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and that's all they know. It's not right, but that is all they know, and so
Right.
that's why they do that because of how they was brought up.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
So,
really a sickness, and they need help. I mean, the dad like really needs help,
Hmm.
you know,
mm-hmm.
because apparently his dad probably did it to his mother, or vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. But more than likely, the man did it. The dad did it to his mother,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it just build up. It just keep building up and just keep being passed down, passed down, passed down. So somebody has to break the cycle.
Right.
Somebody has to break the cycle. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's really serious now. It's like really, really serious because when people say I'm gonna kill you, that's what they're gonna do.
Yep.
They ain't saying they're gonna kill you and just want to fight. They're gonna kill you, your children, your mom and dad. They just gonna spray the whole house. So when
Mm-hmm.
people tell you that, you better really be thinking because they're serious.
This person
Mm-hmm.
said ultimately it all stems from money.
No, it doesn't.
Now,
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about that
It's
one
not.
now. That's a
Mm-mm.
It's
take.
about. It's
Mm-mm.
about control. It's about
It
Mm-hmm.
control.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, money could be a part of that control, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a symptom of the sickness.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
It's
Mm-hmm.
a sickness. It's
not the
really a
disease.
sickness. It's bad. It's really bad.
Now,
Yeah.
another thing with this too is that I feel the way I've been brought up by y'all is that at least at this point, maybe because I'm actually old enough to do this and most people won't question it. But if
Hey.
anybody does, what Kiara?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I heard something. No, but if anybody does wrong, including family, that I'm not a coward,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll tell you exactly how I feel about it. It's just like now, if I'm wrong, correct me for sure. But I'm not the type that's just gonna let things lie.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time there was an altercation to not even an altercation, it was an argument. And it was Ma versus Grandma and Uncle Pooch. I was on Ma's side because I was like, no, that's not how things work. Like I
Mm-hmm.
understand that you're depressed, I'm depressed, but you can't expect someone to show love the same way I do. We're different people. So I was on her team and she was getting ganged up on because Pooch, love him to death, he's a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to side with grandma.
I
And
hear
I
you.
mean, I have
Yeah.
there's no shame in that. However, at some point you have to go against your parent and say you're in the wrong for this. Don't be disrespectful with it. because that's not going to make things better. When someone's mad, they're less likely to listen to you. So,
Cause I don't listen when I'm mad. I don't hear nothing.
Don't
nothing.
talk to me.
Yeah,
Don't talk to me.
right.
Well,
Just don't. I'm
Cause
like, you know, just
I'm
don't talk
mad,
to me.
if I'm mad, I'm already mad. So you keep
Yeah,
talking to me, I'm gonna hit
yeah. I
you. So
can't
don't stop talking
rationalize
to me.
at that point.
Yup.
No, who
Now,
couldn't really?
I know I built up that I can be really pissed because it happens to Rick all the way. Hold up. This person wrote something. I'd argue that everything, the prison system, people hurting others, global warming, all our problems stem from a money issue causing massive amounts of pain from people's needs not being met. Give everyone a safe supply of food and a bed, and 100 years from then on, well, from then you see a change in everything. Now that is a take I can't 100% agree and disagree with because
Yeah.
a lot of problems stems from green. I'll agree. Now, in some issues, in some cases, not all cases, abuse happens because of money. Whether you're having
Mhm.
too much money, so you feel that you are a god of the planet and you can do whatever you want, and it goes into your head, or you don't have enough money and your needs aren't met and you take it out on your
Mhm.
partner. Now, however, the, I'll say I'll agree to some extent on that one. I will. Now, but that note of is that if I feel strongly about something, I'm not gonna just cower and back down
Mom,
because
yeah.
dad
you
disagrees with
turned your
me.
camera off.
Oh, yeah, your camera's
Oh,
off. No, I'm not gonna just let things go because one of y'all disagree or dad disagrees. I'll argue my point until proven wrong. Because at least at that point, I can let it go and give it
Mhm.
closure. Like, it's just like,
Right.
okay, let's say y'all did. No, no. I think,
Mom,
Dad or Pooch, when I told them what I wanted to do with streaming, they weren't for it 100%. For good reason. It's risky. It's like me wanting to be an
for
entrepreneur,
you.
Mhm.
essentially. Like you're going out there, your income specifically depends on how much do the people want to support you, how much do they care for you, how much they want you to succeed.
Mhm.
And if it's not up to par, it will show.
Right.
Now, with that being said, when Dad was just like, "Now, Devon, I don't think like in a Dad isn't in a sense of he disagrees. He's just like he won't have his full input until he sees results, whether they're negative or positive."
Mhm.
Now it was a year later. I had like my first huge like check, and at that point he's just like, "That's what I'm talking about." Like
Mhm.
that sense of he finally letting it get like pass through 100%. He sees worth in it, and he's like the fact that everything I tell him, every business move I make, I tell him. I got the VR headset not just to have fun with it, but
Mhm.
there's more avenues I can take with this device than if I didn't have it at all, right?
Mhm.
Having both computers, I'm
Hey,
able to. What,
hold on,
Kyo?
Devon. Mom,
Mhm.
Devon got an Oculus.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Devon, what?
He got an Oculus.
See?
What's that? My thing I want.
Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Mhm.
I told you she was gonna be mad, and I did not say it.
Oh, I ain't mad that you got it, but I want one.
She said he taking it to Florida.
I
Mm.
need to. I mean, it's really. I can't
Where'd
use
you
it.
get it from?
I got it at I got it off of Amazon because they sold out of it at Best Buy. They were sold out at Best Buy, and
Mhm.
because I wasn't gonna be like all that into it,
Mhm.
like I wasn't gonna sit there
Mhm.
and be like, I want it to be wireless. I'm gonna be in one place. So I got
It's not
the
wireless.
No, no, this one's wired. So what happened with that was I bought the wireless one first with Dad, but then I took it back because I'm like, well, this one's great and all, but this one's cheaper. It's wired, and I'm not going like anywhere around my house with the Oculus. I'm gonna be in my room
Mhm.
doing something of doing something, like it's gonna be a part of my room. It is now. I would tell dads like, okay, for example, there are some people that I sub to. And those
Mhm.
are the people that I'm close with on Twitch. I sub to them. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
these are my boys. That I know if
Mhm.
they have my back and I have theirs. So I'm supporting
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
And then dad was just like, okay. Like, I'm not just sitting there like, I'm having fun, goofing off and all that. No, like, I'm telling him every serious business action I'm doing. Now, there are moments to where, like, back in the day, like, a year ago, where I would put all my money into this.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it took time, but the computer is paid off. That was one of my most achievable moments. As small as it may seem, for me to pay
Mhm.
off the computer with my own money. Well, no, I didn't pay it off. I paid the rest of it off, right?
Mhm.
But I did it with my own money. I didn't have to ask nobody, nothing. I just threw that money down, and now no one has to pay that bill anymore. It's gone. It's over.
Oh,
The fact that I
where's your mom?
got in Oculus Rift with the stream money, I got the lights. Y'all got
Hey,
me this wonderful monitor. This thing slaps. Like, if I didn't have this monitor, my streams wouldn't look nearly as good.
Ma, I need you to come downstairs.
Thank you, boo. I picked that out. You know what I'm
I know you
saying?
did, because Dad wouldn't know. No offense, Dad,
Ma,
but you wouldn't know.
I need you to
Yes.
come downstairs.
And I was saying
Okay.
Dad wouldn't know which monitor to pick. This
No, he would
not at all.
not at all.
Just internally grateful, because without y'all, I wouldn't be this far.
One of them. Oh, sorry.
Lord no. Hey, yo, Kior, how long we been streaming for?
I don't know.
How long we been streaming for?
What in the world?
Let me see. Sorry, y'all was watching Boruto. Let me go to.
I'm outside.
What's up, man?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so does any of your people have any questions for us?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I mean, if they did, I would have asked y'all as we
Okay.
went along.
So
Mm-hmm.
what? So what? You should go up in there.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I don't know. What's up, here? They do. They're already practically done anyway.
Now, if you guys ever want my family to return, they're gonna return at random, right? The next venture I'm heading towards is for all of us to be in the
The
chat.
prom that went in. Well,
Like
I don't know. Prom went in there
the
all the way through. I can't do nothing about
like,
that.
you know what? I kind of cheated a little bit
Hold
because
on for a minute, Devon. Let Gloria finish doing something she's doing outside.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay then. All right, go ahead now.
Right. And I was just telling everybody, just like, y'all are going to be popping in at random. But the next venture I'm going to go for is for, I mean, it was almost like that today, but to get everybody in here. Everybody. They already
Okay.
saw Shaylin and Kiara. They had y'all two today.
Mhm.
Then they had me and Dad first.
Mhm.
So at this point, just going to bring all y'all together in one spot.
Mhm.
Remember, you say you're gonna do Shay and Kiara.
It was already done. It was done a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Lordy have
It was
mercy. Okay.
it was the most popular, probably because there were two young girls in the Twitch.
Right.
And
Oh, we
so
gotta watch that, Gloria.
oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
mean
watch that today. I didn't even know that.
it's right in there. How many days has it been? Hold up. I'll look at
Like
this right
3
now.
or 4? No, I don't know.
So
Uh
neat.
hold up.
Pretty well.
Let me go to the videos. 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
You still need me down here? Okay.
Okay, let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8 streams ago.
Mm.
It was 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just scroll
Okay.
down and you'll see it. It's literally 3 hours and 36 minutes worth.
What, their stream?
Yeah.
Ours must be about 5.
Nope. Actually, our stream is almost hitting 3 hours. Wait, hold on. Let me look again.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear it's longer than 3 hours.
If
All right. I'm gonna run it forever.
it just hit the three
I
hour
think that's
mark.
long
Oh, it
anyway, so
just
they got
did.
It just did. It's been 3 hours and 23 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't no skin off my bones. Shit, I was chilling.
Okay. Well, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot more. There's gonna be like a very specific role. For example, you know what? No, Ma, because you've been a stepmom, period, since you were, in Kiara's eyes, you were her other mom anyway, so I can't really say that. I really can't.
You
Because
had to come with something else.
at first I was just like, I can get Gloria Sola to be like being a stepmom. But I was like, well, mom was one anyway, so I mean, unless I put a
Well, we
stepmom
don't
for
feel like steps.
oh
What is a
yeah,
stepmom? Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I didn't see y'all as step kids. I
I
just went and like I have gave birth to you guys. I just went and, like it wasn't like steps to me. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
do it.
it's just a title, anyways. Like,
Right.
Right.
and the less people see title, people give way too much importance to titles.
Right.
Period. Now I can very
True.
well say that my orchestra teacher, Christopher Rob Christopher
Mm-hmm.
Nunley, love him to death. I will forever appreciate that man, no matter where he goes in life. He will. I will always be grateful for him. He was he was my father figure inside the school walls,
Mm-hmm.
easily. Now that no one's gonna replace Dad, never, ever. But Dad couldn't protect me in school.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he came in.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't as close with Mr. Knight, but I respect him 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to grab those two and put
Mm-hmm.
them in here. Be 100% grateful for it. Just to be like, hey, this is a man that kept me sane throughout high school when everybody had something rude and off to say about me and they were distancing themselves from me. I always had him. Every day at
Well,
school
why
in the
don't you
morning.
reach out to them? You can walk right up the street to Mr. Robbins. Well, what was his name? I can't think of his name.
Christopher Nunley.
Nunley, right? You can go right up the street and ask him will he be a part of it, and when is he available?
Right. I mean, go right up there and be like, listen, you were my role model. Like my dad, of course, but then there was you.
Mm-hmm.
100%. When my orchestra class disliked them, I never, ever turned on
Mm-hmm.
them. Just sitting there looking at them like you guys are all just brats. Like, shut
Mm-hmm.
up. Like that That man did more for me than any of you combined, hands over fist. He always made sure I was okay. He tried to reach out. He tried to reach his hand out for me multiple times. He wanted to tutor
Mhm.
me in violin, but I just never went. I never
Mhm.
went. I like at that point, my self esteem was real low. And I was just like, I don't
Mhm.
want to waste your time with me. Do what you've been doing, like, and that was not the right idea to have. But
Yep. He saw potential in you. See,
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, you're probably the smartest kid we have, but you just kind of keep it to yourself. I mean, you don't have to be a jerk about it, but
Right. Mm-hmm.
you probably are. Like I said, you just don't. You just none of you guys really know what y'all have. I really don't think you really know. Like I said, you think Shaylin's the really smart one because she went further, but it could be either one of you two. But you guys just stop. You stop. You stop yourself. She didn't stop herself. She didn't stop herself. And yes, we wanted her to go to school because she was smart. We wanted all y'all to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
She'll tell you right quick. I didn't have any other choice but to go to college. I said, well, you had a choice, but we prefer that you go.
right. No, I mean, no.
And
In my case, I don't think Shaylin's the smart one. I think Kiara's the smart one. I think she's the
that's what I'm
smartest one.
saying. Just Shay went on. She kept rolling.
Yeah.
You guys just put brakes on it. Period. Just like
Hey, why do you think I'm the smart
you
one?
know.
I think you're because you're the most cunning, period. You can get
Mm.
yourself out of most, if not any situation
Yeah.
with a calm head,
Dennis the
too.
Menace.
No,
Dennis the
like it's that sense of, for example, I'm putting my biggest weakness. If I don't have passion into what I'm doing, it's not going to be good. That's
Mhm.
just that. There's nothing I can do to fix that. Kiara though, Kiara is cunning, smart. I'm talking about the type of shit where I'm looking at like, if you would have put this into anything else, genius, absolutely genius level. But you don't. No, I'm just saying like your
She ain't
friends.
ready yet. She
No,
ain't ready.
okay.
It
Wait,
might
hold on,
take her
hold on,
about
hold on.
10
I
more
can't hear
years.
anybody. Wait, okay, never mind. Now I can hear people. My bad. Wait,
Yeah.
I
She
fixed it.
might take about 10 more years, to get it together, but she gonna get it together. Y'all some smart kids, honestly.
Literally, look. No, Kiara had, I think, the most potential at first. Now she's just the smartest one. She was the most athletic, the most social, the most cunning, conniving when she wants to be. When she
Hey,
wants to
look,
be. When she
I
wants
still
to be.
got that down pat.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Now that's like the most potential out of the three,
hmm
just off
And she knows how
rip.
to do everything: cars,
Mm-hmm.
grill, music.
Yep.
So she's really well rounded. She don't
Yeah,
even know.
she
She
has
don't know.
so many avenues where she can easily drop
hmm
into. Now, there's me getting out of my shell, sure, but Kiara has tons more than I do. More than Shaylin does.
hmm
Period. That's just facts. Now,
hmm
out of the reason I feel like Shaylin is the most not quiet. Quiet ain't the word I want to say. Quiet isn't the word I want to say.
Reserved.
Reserved. And that gets her into plenty of places. Because if something crosses me and Kiara, you can see it in our face. And that can ruin it right there. Be like, I'm sorry? What? Like, I'm not saying that me and Kiara have more pride, but we have less control over our pride, period.
Yeah, cause like Shaylin, like I've seen her on Facebook get into it with people, and I
Yeah,
would have
I
just
mean,
said, "Look, you gonna have to
no.
pull up, cause you
Shaylin on
talking about
Facebook,
her."
right, like Shaylin on Facebook is completely different than Shaylin outside of Facebook.
Cause
Shaylin
like
talks
she'll
real
do
hard on Facebook. I'm like,
Yeah.
bitch,
She.
she'll
if you
like
don't
get into
stop.
it with people, and I'll be like, "Bro, I would have done beat them up by now," and she's still going back and forth.
Right.
Like
Like, there was
I
some,
was like, "We just gonna fight."
Like,
Um,
nah, there's literally some people to I'm like, Shaylin, you and I both know that the reasons why they're saying this to you is because they know you'll react this way. What are you doing? Like, this ain't, honey, this ain't helping nobody. You're just getting tilted off of nothing. And, like, just because it's that thing of, I remember one time, she was calling somebody racist. I'm like, Shaylin, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Is they're not racist. They just know how to get into your head and push your buttons. That's all it is. They don't mean anything they're saying. They just want to make you mad. Because I've been there. I've been in that hole for most of my life. I can see the signs. I can see the red flags. My dad was just telling me like my talent is analyzing. Part of the reason my senior project went so well was because I was just like, okay, everybody, I want you to put all your life experiences, as much as you'd like to share, put it on the board. And me and Ma read through all those stories,
Mm.
all of them. And I put faces on everybody in my class. I could guess who this was, and I'm like, oh my God. No wonder. I've read beautiful tales of their life. I've read horrific like ones I'm like, I understand why they're the way they are. It hit. Now, at that point, I knew what my talent was. Now, what Shaylin is doing now is what I dreamt of doing in the past. I'm talking about I went into the library on my own right and would get books and read it. Human psychology is something that I love reading about, but I lack in practice. And then I find out from the doctor, well, you are on the autistic spectrum. You have Asperger's. And I'm like, oh, that's why nothing was clicking for me. My entire it felt like I uncovered a key to a treasure box that I've had in my room for so long it could never open it. Now I found out why. So I feel like that is going to be my greatest strength and my greatest weakness because it's something that can never go away. You can't teach yourself to go past that. I mean, you can teach yourself to go past everything else, but that is born with you. Now, Kiara,
So you have to work on it.
yeah, for sure. But Kiara, in my opinion, social butterfly that is proud. She isn't gonna let people step on her because if she did,
Nope.
I would shit on them and tell her, be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, I'm not gonna let no one talk to you that way. I don't care if they're your friends, dispose them. They're trash. I mean, no offense, Kiara, I don't like so many of your friends, honey. I really don't. Like,
but
I do not like a lot of your friends. Now, I ain't saying all of them are garbage, but there are some like, now listen.
and look, mommy only like one of them. So
See? I'm just like, yo,
mommy only like one of my friends, like that she really knows that I like really grew up with,
right.
male. So I mean, like everybody else, they got hoodish tendencies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it's just I feel like I don't think I'm not stupid. Like I'm not dumb.
No.
But I think the book smart part of my life is a little harder for me
It's lacking.
than the street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody threw me out the street, I'd probably be
You'll be
okay.
alright. You'll be okay.
Um, I probably just call daddy and tell him come get me. But if I I'd be okay. Uh, and so I mean, if my car break down, I know how to change the tire. I know how to do this, that, this, that, this, that. A lot of things I know how to do that most people my age don't know how to do.
Right. No,
But it's
that's the
the
thing.
book part for me is a little harder for me.
No, No, and I don't know what it is with you, Kiara. I'm going to call you out, but I'll put you on blast for a little bit. There are moments to where you'll sit there and be like, "How do you not know this stuff?" And I'm like, "Girl, you smart as hell. What do you mean why I don't know the stuff? I just don't know some things. It just be like that sometimes. It ain't my fault you were taught the stuff at a young age. Gloria hammered it into your head. Dad did a little bit of it as well. However, there's plenty of stuff you know that I don't know, and there's only few stuff I know that you don't. Few. A
Yeah.
solid few. So it's like when you compare yourself to me, I don't understand. I'm just sitting there like, you're better off than I am. Why are you comparing yourself to me for? Like, I'm not, I may be your big brother, but there's only so much I can do.
Right.
And like I said, in my eyes, you're already the smartest. But Shaylin is, you know what, let me put it this way. Maybe she's more flexible and adaptable. Maybe that's where I'm at. Now, when it comes to book smart, Shaylin's got it.
Jalen
For
got it,
for
though,
the
baby.
obvious reasons, right? Shaylin's got it. I feel like I'm in between, but you got it though. You got it all.
Yeah, a
Now,
lot of people tell me I got the street smarts and the book smarts, but the book smarts are just a little bit harder for me.
as it should be.
The street smarts are
Apply
just,
yourself. Have to apply yourself.
you know what I'm saying?
You
So
got it.
the
You
streets
got
is
it, boo.
easy. You know, I know, the streets is the streets. So I'm good.
Yeah.
And
But
my thing is like, how you street smart? You don't work on no streets.
She was born in like the semi hood, but not the hood hood, okay?
I
But she
wasn't,
won't
but
like out there like
I
that
No,
was,
she
though.
hey,
wasn't.
look, I
Yeah, I
was,
wasn't out there like them rest of them kids, but Kiara is a house,
A
okay?
lot of the
I
time.
was
Mhm.
street
that's
hours and
serious.
nights and stuff.
We were in the
And
Yeah, I
I,
was not
backyard.
like that.
We were in the backyard at the most. And we stayed there.
yeah. And even like sometimes I be like, damn, like how am I street smart? But I won't really in the hood. Like I was in the hood, but I won't out there like that.
Because you learned from your friends' experiences. That's how it
A lot
works.
of that's definitely true.
That's what it is. Like, nah,
And a lot of
Kowalski.
my friends now they hoodies, you know what I'm saying? But the most thing that I know I do that I'm not saying Shayla not gonna let nobody walk over them, not walk over her either.
No, no.
But I refuse. Like I would cuss you out to the bone
There,
before you.
yeah.
I know,
Like,
not gonna happen.
it's a mess.
To the bone girl, to
That's
the bone girl.
Yeah.
I got my nickname, Tanya, that nickname because I'm not no, I'm not gonna do it, and that's why I also think I'm the most explosive of us three. Shaylin is, but she ain't gonna do it the way I'm gonna do it.
I'm coming for your
Yeah,
life if you get me mad.
because of her educational level. That's all it is. She's thinking another way to get
Yeah,
you. You know what I'm saying?
if Shaylin getting into
When you know,
somebody on Facebook,
just like me.
and
Let me stop. Like me and Gory, we've been to school, right?
mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna be out here acting. I'm gonna say ghetto. We ain't gonna be out here acting that way, but we're gonna act another way. Even if we got to write it on pen and paper, because that pen and paper mean anything. Once it's written, it's documented. See, that's how we gonna handle things. We gonna be out here fighting, cussing, fussing, folks looking at us like we crazy. You let them go and do what they gotta do because you thinking on a whole new level.
Right.
That's Shay. Shay thinking on a whole nother level. She ain't thinking about I'm gonna cuss you out. I'm gonna fight you. You know, because she's too far now. She too far. She can't be out there doing that kind of stuff.
Right.
So now she gotta handle things in a more professional manner where it's really gonna matter. You know. So she's got to write it down on a piece of paper.
And
that's how she's gonna handle that. That's how, and that's the way you should handle stuff.
sometimes I wish I could.
You can.
That
It also comes with experience and age. It happens because when you get a certain age, you ain't gonna be. I don't reckon you'll be out here fighting. I don't reckon. I don't know. I hope not.
Only when the circumstances allow it.
It
Listen.
circumstance.
Hope you ain't out here fighting at an early age. I mean,
Oh
no,
no.
it'll be time to stop that after a while. You know what I'm saying? Just don't even
Mhm.
put
Right.
yourself through that. Don't put yourself through that with folks cutting you and all that kind of crazy stuff.
Right.
Yeah, don't be doing that. It's a whole lot of ways you can handle
I
things. I'm
feel
trying
Right.
to tell
Exactly
you.
right.
I feel like I'm a perfect mixture of mommy and daddy because I don't know. Mommy not
Yeah.
tolerated. She not going for it.
Mm-mm.
Ain't that right, mom?
No.
The
Yes,
BS
ma'am.
not doing it. Daddy, he gonna deal with it for a while.
But see, with your dad, he let it stay in there, and then when he explode, he explodes. That
Mm.
ain't good. That's
Uh,
not good.
I mean, would shake your rib cage. I felt him mad before.
Bro, Devon, you remember that
Yes,
time?
and when he gets mad like that, then that's like uncontrollable mad right there. You know.
I mean, no, he controls it a
Okay, yeah,
little
my
bit
phone
because
about
he's
to
a.
die, so
Oh, yep. There we go.
Mom, the food almost done, so now I'll come downstairs.
my phone about to die, y'all.
Okay.
Well, we're about to end it here, anyways.
Okay.
That's not even a problem. All right, y'all. This is the ending of today's stream. I hope y'all enjoy it. These are my mothers, and my younger sister joined in and never left. I mean, that's not a problem. You'll see them all again, probably next week, depending on how Shaylin feels. Because at this point, it's all up to her. Like, I'm trying to get everybody into this. But I'll see you all again, I would say, either later on tonight or tomorrow. And I want you all to have a very nice day. This is your boy Maru signing out. I'll see you all again next time.